Hello. Welcome back once more to Tales of Dreadsea Dark Waters. I am your dungeon master, Dan Fighter or Dan, and once again I am joined by our lovely adventurers. Hello.
Hello, hello.
Before we get into recap and what we're up to, let's first get up to who we are and who we're playing. We'll start with Anna.
Hi, I'm Anna or Riley, whichever one you prefer. I use them pronouns, and today I am playing Devana Tarot, a half-orc cleric, they, she pronouns, and who is always just stressed. Even more so now that we're stuck in a dungeon. Yeah, that's me.
For sure. Next we go Mike.
Hi, I'm Mike, he, him. I am a regular human being, but I'm playing a half-elf bard by the name of Jasper Skylar.
And next we'll do joining us after a while, Rice.
Hello, I'm Ricecakes, they, she pronouns, and today I am playing Sprout, which has been a little absent due to its players' reckless spending on tickets.
But Sprout is indeed back. Next up we go with, I will say, Hector.
Yes. Hi, I'm Hector. I'm going to be playing Ubisi Leaf Dancer, Wood Elf Paladin. And my pronouns are he, they, and so are there.
Indeed. Next up we have Assis.
Hi, I'm Assis. She, her. I'm a completely normal human being, nothing weird about me whatsoever. And I am playing Estrogen, the Eladrin Warlock, who is the most normal Eladrin on Earth. There is on wherever. Fancy? She's the most normal Eladrin in
Don't
every
say Pharaoh,
universe.
this is Chetsi. Anyway, yes.
She's fine. Everything is fine.
Last but not least, Steve.
Hello, hi, I'm Steve. I run Pantsless tables and a bunch of other things that I can't think of at the moment. But I'm playing. My pronouns are he, him, and I'm playing Sapphire Stonewall, a silver dragonborn soul. Divine soul cleric. Sorry, divine soul sorcerer. Sorry, not cleric. My bad. And Sapphire's pronouns or you can use any pronouns for them. I thought that's basically it. Yeah, excited to do this.
Excited indeed. And with that, last we had left our adventurers, they had made their way to Cragmore Hideout, led in by their new comrades, Hike and Pike, into this cave full of goblins being led by a bugbear. And sneaking their way in as best they could, they found a couple of wolves, befriended them and freed them, made their way to sneak up on the leader of the goblins here, or at least one of the leaders. And after a grueling combat, managed to dispatch that particular bugbear, while also witnessing some interesting things happening with Sapphire and their magic, some interesting happening with Estrogen and their magic as well. Well, some of them did. And eventually, the party was able to regroup, befriend yet another wolf, the pet wolf of Clog the Bugbear, Ripper, who they have now adopted as well. And they also realized that there is no sign of Zelda or Gundren around here, but they did see some bloody drag marks going into a different part of the cave. And as they followed their way in, they found this putrid and dark chamber full of goblins, and they're like, feeding and sleeping chambers essentially. And over there, you saw a tattered and bruised Zelda Hallwinter, currently unconscious, being toyed with by what looks like one of the other leaders of the goblins here. And I believe it was Yabisi who tried to take like a sneaky shot at the goblin, dealing a little bit of damage, but not killing the goblin outright. As all of them, pull their weapons up, start like screaming out towards you, as Silda got tossed off from the ledge that he was hung up on, with the thud falling to the ground and beginning to bleed out. And at that point, I will ask all of you to give me initiatives.
Just came back, man. Come on.
These guys are not nice
Welcome
to
back.
me.
Roll initiative.
I'm
I
okay.
just came back.
I just keep rolling bad. I don't know what's going on. What do you know?
It's fine.
I have a 15. I'm so happy to be near the top of the order.
Me too. Me too.
Yeah, that's a good initiative so far. Let me roll for the goblins. Yeah, okay. That is, I believe, everyone's thing updating. Yes, cool. All right, you fire off your arrow. The guy up there like took a little bit of a. Actually, it missed. I'm forgetting now. No, it did hit. It did hit, and it did 3 damage. Yes, this is why
Yes.
we have a game log.
Yep.
And with that, right after your surprise hit, it is your BC's turn once more.
Okay, so this is my action. The bow is like on the ground, and then I grab the Morning Star.
Yeah.
I'm gonna take a 5-foot step right here, so they can have visual.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm gonna slam the Morning Star really hard on the ground, so it makes a loud noise. And I'm gonna shout, "Boss Clog is dead! I'm your leader now, and unless you want to join him, I suggest you surrender right now!" And I would like to make an intimidation check.
I was about to ask. Please roll intimidation.
Because
I will contest this with their wisdom saves, is how I'll do it, which are very bad.
please roll high. 22.
Oh! As you say this, you see this one immediately just drops his weapon and just like backs up into the wall. And you see this one just looks very, very conflicted. And hold on. I need to roll for the others. You see the guy on the ledge seems to still be like stoically just like looking at you, but you notice in that moment it's not him being brave. He's backed into a corner and he's in a state to lash out essentially, especially after hearing that. And you see these two like kind of snarl and like whisper something to each other in Goblin, and like you don't know what they said, but yeah. And you say that you've at the very least you've hampered their ability to be prompt with everything, and some of them might not fight at all. So yeah, that's huge. Oh,
And okay, awesome. Okay.
I'll say
Okay,
that's your
that was-
action.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
Yeah.
And then for my bonus action, if I have any, I think I do. Hold on. Just level 1. Actions. There we go. Oh, a whole bunch of attacking. So, I think what I'm gonna do is, I think I still have one more. No, I used both healing potions. I gave one to somebody and then I downed it.
Correct.
I think what I'm gonna do is, hold up the Morning Star menacingly, with the buckler in the other way, and then I'm not running, but I'm gonna move like here for cover, for just like a little bit of cover, like right here.
Yeah, that works.
And I'm gonna do it like.
And when you get there, by the way, you also notice that is this broken crevice of a ledge going all the way into like the main channel of the cave. Could serve as either a way to get out or to even maybe toss someone down there, like depending on how it happens. But yeah, you just like you can clock that, I'll say for sure.
Excellent. And
yeah,
like I said, I'm not like turning around and running. I'm like backing up, swinging the Morning Star. Like, come on, if you wanna die, like come after me.
For sure.
And that is the end of my turn.
All right. Next we have Jasper.
Yeah, Jasper's kind of in the middle of the group at the moment. Makes life kind of awkward in what doesn't look a very passable corridor.
I will say I'll let you like roll to try and squeeze by everyone.
Yeah, I think that's probably what I'm going to have to do, is try to kind of position myself up here at the front.
I will say just give me an acrobatics. Yeah. I'm assuming you're not like tackling people aside.
So to muscle my way through?
You can if you want, like just like push people aside and move your way through. Athletics, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I'll say excuse me as I do so, but definitely athletics is better.
Oh, excuse me, shoulder check.
It's not good.
With the 10, I will say you can get up to here, but it uses all your movement. They can get to the front of the pack, but that's your movement done.
Cool. I will just look at your BC, and I'll look across at the goblins, and I'll say, whisper to your BC, you might want to back up. And I'll say, any of you who want to leave, there's the way out.
I will say, because of the prior intimidate, I'll say you can use a persuasion check here. Like they are persuadable at the moment.
That's a nat 20 for 26.
Fuck off.
Oh.
I know it's not my turn, but I will comply with Jasper, and I will flatten myself against the wall and allow these little buggers to pass, just standing there calmly yet menacingly.
I'm gonna roll a d6 to see how many run, because fucking hell. Okay. You say that, and it's not their turn yet, but you do see some of them are just like kind of like shifting and looking at each other, like who's gonna make the first move at this like hopeless situation. But yeah, they haven't gone yet. Any bonus action from you?
No, I think we'll call that a turn.
All right. Next up we have Sapphire.
Immediately just look towards Jasper, like, damn, Jasper, I didn't know you could be so rough. And the guy who's holding the dude that we need to rescue, is he looking like he wants to run away, that goblin, or are they...
that guy has thrown your dude down the ledge. He's just holding his weapon right now.
Okay. And does he look like one of the people who want to retreat, or are they more in the fight or flight thing?
He, at the moment, seems to be on the fence still. Will probably be fighting to run almost,
Okay. So I'm out of... okay, I'm gonna step forward. I'm gonna step forward and just be like, we're not here to hurt any of you. We don't want to fight. Like my friend said, you are free to leave. I just want to help my friend. And I'm going to reach forward and I'm going to cast Spare the Dying on him.
You stabilize Zelda. Yeah, you can get in melee for sure. Yeah. You stabilize Zelda. That is your turn, I believe.
Yeah.
Next is Estrogen.
Hmm. Okay, now he said that we're not here to hurt them.
Yeah, now it's funny that you guys have good initiative, huh? You can't see the reaction yet.
I can't hurt them. She, Sapphire said we can't hurt them, so I can't hurt them. Um,
Okay.
I can scare them more. Um, okay, wait. Where would 30 feet of the nearest goblin be? Can I see the goblin from like,
From no, you have no visual. You're hearing this
oh,
like
like if
echoing.
I go like 10 feet ahead?
Like if you get up till here, you can see this guy probably, and that's
Yeah,
it.
that's great. That's what I want. That's exactly what I wanted. I go up just that much till I see the guy on the ledge, and I am going to. Where did it go? Where did it go? Just a moment, I have lost everything. I'm going to do walk flesh on him.
Great. So that's a whiz
Wisdom save
save.
throw.
Uh, Fails. You see, just he's like trying to decide what the fuck to do, and with a tearing of flesh, just a tentacle sprouts out, and you see like random eyes all over the tentacle as it's just like writhing around violently, and this goblin just looks and just starts going like ah, 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 just screaming his like lungs out, trying to understand what's happening, and you see as he's screaming at the tentacle, a part of the tentacle's mouth just like opens, like there's a mouth that just appears out of the flesh on the tentacle itself, and it like cracks into a toothy smile, like a monstrous toothy smile, and you all hear a voice echo, which Estrogen would recognize obviously, but like all of you just hear the voice just go, hello,
Hey,
having fun. And you just hear that, and it just starts after
I
that.
mean,
The voice screams louder, obviously, like the goblin screams even more terrified, and the voice in return for poor Rice, the voice in return to the screams just starts going like
okay, so
and
I,
yeah,
I, I mean, Esther probably is assuming she can only still hear him, right? She has no reason to believe everyone can. So I'll just like be like, I wouldn't call it fun, but also go away. We're in the middle of something.
but yeah, you don't get a response to that immediately, but you see this man is now fully just like he's shitting himself, he's done. And also mechanically also does things which you can tell everyone.
A creature affected by this has disadvantage on attack rolls, and I can cast spells from that creature instead of myself.
Yeah.
But Sapphire said we're not harming them, so I will not cast a spell. I'm just
Yes,
gonna sit
this
around.
does not constitute harm, I'm sure. Yes.
This is not harm. It'll go away. He'll be fine.
All right. That is your turn, I take it.
Yeah, that's my point.
Sprout, you're up. You hear distant screams and laughter.
Yeah. Poor little Sprout. Yeah, Sprout is just gonna wobble closer because he can't see shit. He doesn't know what's going on. Also,
Yeah.
need to check how much he can actually walk. Ugh. How much can he walk? Wait.
Because of
So
the tunnel, I think you can get to here and you'll be out of movement.
I can get to like I can't. No, it should be more than that if I'm not
Uh,
mistaken, because it's
yeah, so
like I have
essentially,
10
yeah.
until here, and then I have another 20 that I can use, which goes down.
I will let you try to do acrobatics to kind of like run between people's legs and stuff to get through.
I mean, it won't work because Sprout is kind of tiny, so you just be wiggling
Oh,
around.
that's how the mechanics of D&D work, actually. The smaller you are, the more likely you're able to get through people that
Yeah.
are blocking your way. I know it doesn't seem like it makes sense. It's just, trust me, it's been this way since like
You can
the
squeeze
80s.
by, yeah.
Yeah.
It's just
Yeah,
a little
okay.
You just gotta make a little
baby.
roll.
So I'll let you roll acrobatics.
Sure, let's see how good Sprout does to wiggle through.
Never know, you might roll 20.
Yeah.
I'm 11.
11?
That's not bad.
11's
That's not
decent
bad.
for this, yeah. I'll
I'm-
say you can use your movement to get right here, and that would end your movement. You're like kind of like still jam packed, like right next to like UBC.
Yay! Yeah, it's just little Sprout is just going to wiggle through,
You
and I have.
see what's happening in this room now, by the way.
Oh no! Yeah, Sprout was just in the middle of like saying, like silently saying, "Excuse me" to people, and he turns around and just.
Just, ah!
Okay, see, now I feel bad.
Oh.
Has the person we were looking for, like the one that fell off the ledge,
Yeah.
been is it
He's
stabilized?
stabilized, but down still.
Okay. Okay, then I'm gonna go and use Cure Wounds to help him out.
You can't reach.
But
You don't have movement.
I can reach. Wait, no.
That's your full movement right there.
I mean, you can use it on me.
Let me think. Let me think. What can I do? Oh, I'm going to do. Can I ask Busy to take one of the fruits from my head to use it to Would that
Now-
work?
You can give those to people, right?
Yeah.
You can
But I
give
don't
it
want to
to-
just throw it on the floor, because I
you
can't
can
reach.
give it to your BC and he can do it on his turn. Yeah.
Okay.
I allow
Yeah,
that.
Sprout is just going to pick out a fruit and be like, here you go.
Wait, how many
So
of these
that's
fruits do you have at a time?
I can give it. I have a lot of fruits. It's just that I can use it only once per player. Per
Oh,
like
interesting.
day.
Interesting.
So like if a person already ate it that day, they can't eat it again and regain HP from them.
Oh no, I also told you, right? Like we'll like change that a little just to like
Oh yeah.
yeah.
Yeah. Oh wait, we did. I don't think we flashed that out yet. Then I believe.
It is you can use the feature a number of times equal to your proficiency bonus per long rest.
Yeah. Because we changed it.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is
So,
this the first fruit? This should be the
This
first
is the
fruit.
first fruit.
Yeah,
Okay.
first fruit. I don't think he used it while I was gone.
I only use the cure wounds for you know, yeah.
Oh, okay. Then that.
But yeah, you have the fruit. I'll say you can either have it yourself as a free action on your turn, or you can feed it to someone as an action.
Okay, cool.
That is Sprout's turn. Here's the goblin's turns. Now, this guy's gonna use Nimble Escape, and he's gonna just get right past Sprout and just dive down this, just like getting hurt as he just like wants to get out of there. And let's see, this guy will also do the same thing and try to run. He gets there. And this guy will try to do the same. He'll get here and slip, and he goes all the way down, and there's a like little goblin pile there. These two are gonna try to fight because they've rolled well. This guy has to do a whiz save to even take his turn.
Oh, nice.
Okay, he will
Wait,
take his
really?
turn. Yeah.
Uh-huh.
No, it's not a feature thing. This is just how much he is broken at this point.
Oh,
But yeah.
Just
So
like
let's
me.
see. Seeing this happen, they say something again, and Goblin, this guy runs up and is gonna take a swing at Sapphire. Which is a 17 to hit.
Fuck right off. Yeah, okay.
Which is 6 damage to you. And this one is gonna
Motherfucker, I just said we're not trying to hurt you.
These guys don't buy it.
Uh-huh.
This one is gonna try to shoot Yabisi after seeing Yabisi is basically the biggest threat, really, to him.
Mm.
With the whole intimidation. That misses. Just fully goes wide, hits a wall
Yeah,
behind you.
it's like
Like he is trying to fight, he is still panicking though. And Mr. Panic here, what's well, I gave him this thing, and I think this is the only time he would use it because he's panicking. Uh, you see, he reaches into his like little knapsack he has on him, looks into it, pulls up like a small ball, and clicks it against his teeth and chucks it at you guys.
like that's UBC's like shouting like I'm kind of frozen because
it's as panicked as it gets. He's like, fuck this, and he just chucks it at you. I need Sprout, Jasper, and Yabisi to give me a dex save.
Oh, thank fuck.
Oh
Yeah, it's a
no!
small thing.
oh no.
Why is everyone getting hurt right before my turn?
Wait, fuck! I rolled the wrong thing. I rolled the check, not a save. My bad.
Oh, same thing. Hold up. Wait, let me make sure it's the same. It doesn't matter.
Oh my god!
So there's a nat 1 for Sprout.
7.
7 and a 6. Okay. The DC was pretty low, but I mean, if you guys do that, then. Oh.
Well, at least I wrote up my.
You see, it flies across the cavern with like a sizzling sound, and as it just impacts down onto the floor, there is a big boom of just fire, smoke, and just shrapnel as it explodes on all three of you. And I think all three of you would go down from this. Let me just double check. Yeah, that is 9 fire damage.
Drop.
I will
And
roll
-3.
now. I will roll severity for Jasper because that's a nat 1. Okay. Oh no, Sprout. I will roll severity for. Sorry. If I roll high, it is double damage.
Ooh. Here we go.
I have to roll a 90 for it in this case, but okay, no double damage. You're good. I rolled like a 9. And yeah, all of you guys get hit by that. There's like a big plume of smoke, and as that happens, he's going to use his movement to drop down here, and he's going to use his bonus action to nimble escape into the smoke cloud essentially, and try to also escape.
Do I get a reaction or?
You wait. Let me check if I use nimble escape. He specifically is. Yeah. Okay. You can take a swing.
I was gonna let him go, but he fucked with he tried to attack first, so I'm gonna use my dagger. Just swipe at his kneecaps while he's running. That's a nat 20. Fuck me.
Damage.
It's automatically given me 2d4 plus 2 on it.
No, just roll a d4, add your modifier, we double the total.
Okay.
Yeah.
So that's a 10 then.
How do you kill this guy? Jesus.
So I see this happen, and I see Sprout go down. I see... no, I didn't see Sprout go down. I saw Jasper go down. Did Sprout also go down or no?
No, Sprout is just crispy.
Okay, so I see Jasper go down, and I see this fucker try to run, and I'm like, not so fast, you piece of shit, and basically just stab it in the kneecap and slice the dagger all the way down to its ankle. And so it's on the side of the knee, right? Side of the kneecap, and it goes all the way down the shin, not the shin, the calf, and just all the way down to the Achilles tendon, and just Yeah, just
with the
snarling at it.
tendril
Yeah.
on one side, arrow in one shoulder. You just do this, and you just like squeals in pain and just drop straight on the ground, dead.
Yeah, I'm just as it falls, I'm just gonna look at the other two and just roar. Not even say anything, just fucking roar.
At which point, it is still like the goblins does. They see that shit happen. These two are also gonna run. Because they haven't used the movement really, so this one's also gonna disengage and run off. This one's also gonna run through just a big goblin pile.
If they're running past me, can't I also do something?
You guys are in the smoke cloud. You guys are basically like
Oh,
getting hit by the obscure thing.
damn.
Plus, they did specifically disengage this time. But yeah,
Yeah.
you see, all of them have dropped down onto like this big pile, and that's like their turn essentially. It is then Hike and Pike's turn. You see, Pike is gonna move up to this bridge and start taking shots at them.
As he should. Fuck yeah.
You see,
No, oops.
Pike goes up to the bridge, looks down, and he's just like, cowards! Just because a big bugbear isn't around. This is for being a piece of shit! And he just starts taking an arrow shot.
This is so big.
I
I
love
love
him.
this man.
That
Same.
hits. This goblin dies. And then Pike is gonna come up and he's like, I have met many strong people lately. You are not strong. You're all cowards. And we'll also take a shot.
It is going to hurt so much when these fucking goblins die.
That is a crit. This goblin is also dead. It is then Ripper's turn. Taking the same cue, Ripper's gonna go up to the bridge, seeing what like his allies are doing, and jump off the bridge and pounce onto one of the goblins.
Let's
God.
go.
I'm gonna give him a roll here just to see if he lands. Yeah, okay, he lands safely. And just straight up like Lion King shit, bounces up from up top and just like mauls this one goblin. And that's because they all took fall damage, so they're all low on health, so it's very easy to kill them.
This is horrifying.
Yeah, you wanted allies. There you go. And then
This
we
is
have
why you make friends! Yay!
to maul your enemies.
Friendship.
And then we have Devana's turn.
Cool.
What would you like to do?
I would like to move into a little gap, like where Jasper and BC are down, if I can. Can I move
Yeah, I'd
fast?
say it's clear enough now that you can. You
Okay.
can get right up there.
Is question Jasper? You went down. It was exactly 9, right? Or are you in a minus right now? Again.
Jasper.
Oh, there we go. Can I hear you?
-1.
There we go. Minus
-1.
one.
Yeah.
I think. Let me check something
-3.
real quickly. I had like something else planned, but then everything else went.
The amount of diplomacy crits you guys had is so annoying to me.
I will then I will pull out a healing potion I have, and I will pour that down Jasper's throat, because that is at least like 2.
That is a medicine check.
A healing potion.
Someone who is down administering it is a medicine check to make them swallow it.
Oh, right. Wait. Then no, wait. That doesn't. Okay, 1 second. That's done, right? Oh yeah. 23.
Well, yeah, you're good. You can roll the potion.
Okay, cool. 2d4.
Gotta massage the throat.
Yeah. That is
Why did you say it like that?
just for you. You,
I know what you thought,
That.
you heal 5, so 4. If you take the minus out, so you're
Good
up
out.
at least.
Thank
And that's I'm assuming a healing potion in the action, right?
Yes. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Then I'm. That was my turn.
All right. Top of the turn order, your BC death saving throw.
Gotcha.
Sorry, I wish I could do both of them at the same time.
It's okay, I'll try and use my fruit on
17.
your
Yeah.
Okay. That's all I had to check. You pass that one, that means no matter what, the next one can't kill you. So at that point, combat basically ends as these two are able to like just run for their lives with like arrows blinking
Oh,
behind them. And combat's over. Because you succeed that one, I'm assuming you get stabilized, so you're up at 1 as well, your BC. And I'll say Sildar also kind of like blurrily like opens his eyes, just looking around like, huh? And like just like kind of like leans against the wall, looking around kind of like haphazardly, and sees Sapphire next to him, and just goes,
I'm gonna eat the fruit.
yeah, go for it.
Okay.
And
What does it do?
it's a D6 of
It-
healing.
Yeah.
Uh,
Oh, for sure.
So useful that we have that, honestly, because I've already burned to like 3 of the healing stuff that I got
Yes.
from the shop.
Max 6.
it's like a better good berry you have twice a day.
Yeah, I need more
I think
stuff.
I have
A great berry.
3 of them a day, I think, because the modifier is +3, so that's my proficiency.
Proficiency mod should be a 2
Wait.
at level 1, no?
Should be 2.
Should we?
At,
Wait.
at level 1, it should be 2.
Should be 2.
Oh yeah, right. I was looking in the so I have 2 of them, so 1 is gone.
Yeah. And you see like Zelda looks at you, Sapphire, and just like, you're the people Gundren hired. What are you doing here?
We came just kind of squeezing through. We came to rescue you, and I put away the Morning Star and my buckler, and I offer him a big Yabisi hand to get up, even though I'm still, some of my bruises and stuff have faded. I still look.
You see,
rough.
he looks fucked up. Like, not just like injuries, he's like slightly emaciated and exhausted and everything. Like, he's probably been in this condition for a couple days, you can tell. And
Sprout, do you have any of more of that fruit for today?
Sprout is just going to kind of like pluck another one again.
Here, and I'm gonna help him eat. Like if he's like weak or anything, if I need, I'll take my boot dagger and cut it into slices, to make it easier for him.
For sure.
All right,
I rolled a 6. Yeah. You see, he just like eats it. A couple of the wounds begin to like kind of like close up with this druidic energy almost, and you see, he looks at you.
Does it do the same thing as a good berry, or is it just like a fruit?
It doesn't do the same. You're good for it. Like, it's not a lembas bread.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
I'm just making sure that I was hoping.
But yeah, no, he does immediately feel a little revitalized, and like a little color like immediately magically returns to his face, and you see he looks at you all like, well, I suppose for people we hire to transport goods, many thanks are in order for what you just did. Oh.
Do you know why they took Gundren?
And you see he's just like struggling for a second, and when you say that like again, his like mind kind of gets alerted, and he's like, all right, Gundren, god damn it, they took him and all our belongings somewhere called Cragmore Castle.
Of course.
Of course.
Apparently someone called the Black Spider has hired all these goblins to bring Gundren and everything there.
Well, we managed to convince 2 of the goblins, Hike and Pike, to change their mind, and they helped us rescue you. So if you see them, I know that they might have been amongst those that tried to help kidnap you, but they helped us rescue you. Okay.
When you say this, I think Esther will just like look back down the tiny corridor and just be like, "Hey, Pike, come meet this guy."
And you see, like, after a while, they just start like shuffling up, look up at him, and just go, "Oh, he's alive!" Ah. And you see, Zelda looks a little like, and go on.
So, the Black Spider hired these goblins. He's been taken to Cragmore Castle.
Looks like other people have caught wind of what Gundren knows. Should have hired more guards.
Which is what exactly?
Well, I don't know how much you know about this place's history, but Gundren and his brothers have a map that shows the entrance of the Veveko cave. Which you guys would recall a little bit from what Barton had told you at Barton's Provisions. Like about how that's the cave that goes up to like the Lost Mine of Fandalver and all of that stuff. It's like a big magical site. And yeah, it seems that they had the literal map location of it. So you see, Silda's just like, they took it. They took the information and everything. But I'd imagine, given their shorthand and how things work, they would keep Gundren alive until they can actually get to the cave. Excavations and digging around would still be needed, so it's not just a one-and-done thing. We should still have time.
Do you know how long of a journey it is?
I don't know where it is, honestly. This Cragmore Castle, but... And you see Hike kind of... Yeah.
Hike. How far away of a journey is it?
You see Hike just like thinks for a second, and I'll just tell you. Where'd it go? Yeah. It's about 20 miles northeast from this cave. It's through a thick forest. Takes some time, but... And you see he kind of like looks at all of you. I don't think we should go to the castle.
You mean...
I wonder one thing. Who is Black Spider? You don't know?
Someone King Groll wants to work with, I think. But we shouldn't go to the castle.
Well, why not? Like, we could get a night's rest. It's a day's travel.
We're nowhere near strong enough for a castle like that. And you see at that point, like, Zelda kind of very hesitantly, like, agrees with Hike and just goes, well, from what I understand, the bugbear that ran this cave, there's quite a few of them at the castle, as well as a few dozen goblins trained and standing guard. They have a chain of command from what I can tell. And it seems this Black Spider has brought even more allies to guard that castle. From what I heard, at least. Lots of shipments of weapons being plundered across the roads and whatnot. If it's just us, we will need to be far better equipped than we are right now, at the very least. And I would also ask, if you indeed plan to make your way back to Phandalin, if I can come with, I will need some time, but I would like to get the lay of the land around the town, and I would like to gather more information before we make a move. As far as I know, Gundren should be fine at the very least for a few days. You see, I am a member of the Lord's Alliance, and one of my associates had made their way to Phandalin about 2 months ago. I was hoping he would serve as a way to set up a base of operations, create some law and order in the town, so by the time all of this business starts, we would have a chain of command to work with, but he went missing very shortly after he should have arrived here. So I was coming with Gundren to get an idea of what might have happened to him.
Oh, it was probably the Red Brands.
He just like goes, I'm sorry, what?
There's a new mercenary gang organization called the Red Brands who have been like bullying and doing like, oh god, what do they call it? You know, where they're just like, give us a percentage of your money or we're gonna beat you up, like extortion, that kind of stuff. They're terrorizing the town. Everyone's afraid. The mayor is being held captive in his house. It's overall a bad situation.
You
It's
see just
possible.
a resolute anger. Even though he's weak and he just gets pissed hearing that. And
And so I think your friend probably just came up here and started messing around with these criminals' plans, and they probably just eliminated them.
If that is indeed true, that would be very concerning.
Yeah, I don't think he's dead.
And Yabisi just says, "Oh God, what were they called? The He says, wait, was it Devana? You said you saw like an authority, wasn't it?
Yeah, 1 second. So I go to my notes.
And like,
yeah, a tribunal of kingdoms.
The tribunal.
Yes. Yeah,
What
there
on
were,
earth
like,
are
2
they
agents of
doing
the-
this far off the Sword Coast?
Are they not part of your Lord's Alliance?
Not at all. The Lord's Alliance is neutral amidst the kingdoms and empires and whatnot. Most of our base of operations exist around the Empire, but we are neutral to international politics, really.
Yabisi snorts loudly. And it's actually the first time Yabisi has ever been rude to anybody.
And you see, like, kind of like Faroz's brow a little, like she's just like,
I'm from Jade Hollow.
right.
No one is neutral.
Well, and you see, kind of like straightens up that, and he just goes, the Lord's Alliance has most of its jurisdiction regarding cities that are unaffiliated. Cities like Neverwinter that are not part of the Tribunal or the Empire. Phandalin, a small town that has nothing to do with any of that either. These people and kingdoms are not associated with anyone. The Lord's Alliance does what it can to make sure there is some law and order in these parts as well.
Whose law? Whose order? Yabisi's actually getting a little like, maybe we shouldn't trust this guy. Whose law? Whose order?
Well, if you're
Rod is going
wondering
to kind of try and
Yeah.
like calm your BC down because this is like getting overheated. He's gonna like kind of pull on the sleeve a little bit like
you
a
see,
child. Like
Sildar straight up just starts matching. Yabisi like just walks up to him, and
He's just like,
we aren't enforcers of laws, if that's what you're asking. What the Alliance does is, let's say there is a band of bandits, like let's say the Red Brands that are ruining a town. We deal with them and we'll leave. Or we maybe leave one person to keep an eye on things should more problems arise.
did you realize that banditry is a result of disenfranchisement, right?
And how do you suppose we solve that?
I don't know. Not meddling in other isolated
I
communities.
think at this point, Savannah also comes to walk up. It's like, maybe we should not do this here in this cave. Maybe we should go elsewhere and rest first.
Sprout is going to nod vigorously.
We're all beaten up and tired, and maybe we should just rest first.
You see, hearing that, even like Sildar calms a little, and he just says like one thing to Yabisi, like on like a low breath, almost like getting up to your ear. I have given half my life to making sure people are safe in places they should be, and people are safe traveling on empty roads. I will continue to do that, and if you don't agree with what I do, then I suppose that's a discussion for another time. And you see, he just starts walking past you.
I'm pretty sure I'm older than whatever time you've given. And
What have you done with the...
past him.
And he's
walks
still
past him
walking.
confidently. Does he say, what have you done with that?
Yeah.
No. Please don't.
UBC takes a deep breath. Exhale. Come on, Sprout. Let's go get some. And just gently reaches down his hand and takes his hand and just like puts it away. You
start kind of like walking off, and you see Sildar like looks over at like who's left, essentially, like, you know, like Devana, Jasper, Estrogen, Sapphire, like just looks at you all. Apologies. I know you've just saved me, but I cannot just stand idly by and watch my own ideals and beliefs be questioned like that. I am so grateful, I assure you, and once I've had a moment to collect myself, do plan to, at the very least, thank you in some way, shape, or form for what you've done here.
It's alright. Yeah, rest is good. It's never good to have discussions when you're tired. It never really leads anywhere.
Yeah. I don't know what the issue is.
Politics at the best of times causes arguments.
Yeah, exactly. I don't know what the issue is with UBC and the Lord's Alliance, but we've been traveling with him for a while, and I would let's not discuss this. So you have anything else that you can tell us about this? I think we're gonna start walking back towards where we killed Crag.
I will also, like, on the way out, try and, like, sort of whistle for Ripper to try and get him to come back.
Yeah.
From wherever he is.
He starts coming back.
Come on, Hike and Pike.
I want to do something here.
Yeah.
So the stuff at Crag's, like his room, right?
All the
had-
like crates and stuff, right?
Yeah, basically. So, can we figure out what's in the crates? Did we do that or no?
Yeah.
There was like some symbolism, like there was some logo for like a shop in Fandolin that I remember. But was there
Yeah.
anything else that we investigated?
Those crates were mostly closed. From
Okay.
one of the crates that was kind of open, you could tell that it's a few general goods, a few weapons, a little bit of armor, like that kind of stuff.
Okay, cool. How much of this can we load onto the cart?
Most of it.
Okay, cool. Also, can we find like a big, like something that we can write on? Is there like a big piece of like cardboard or like a piece of wood that we can carve shit into?
I'd say there's
Um,
enough. Yeah.
So ball? Wall. Oh yeah. No, I wanted to like so what I'm thinking is like to just speed things along, we're gonna pack everything up on the cart and we're gonna take it back to Fandolin, right? So I want to take like that piece of wood or whatever and carve into it saying Crag is dead and put it on the entrance of the cave. So anyone who tries to go in, they can see that. And then I'm gonna turn to the others and be like, so I know we've only known each other like 3 days, but we should probably take some sort of responsibility for this in like the good way. We killed Crag. So like, what do we call ourselves?
I raise my hand and I'm like, who's Crag?
Oh,
Oh, it was the
bugbear?
bugbear that we fought.
Clark.
That's Clark.
Oh, never mind. Yeah, whatever. So I got confused with Crag Maw and Crag. My bad. I even wrote fucking Crag on the Twitter announcement. Fuck me. Anyway, yeah. So So what do we call ourselves for now? The Fandolin Protection Committee.
I raise my hand again.
What do you think, Espen?
Okay. I need to first confirm something. So you said we were going to do no harm, and in where I come from, what we did seems like harm.
Fair.
So I want to make. So is no harm? Does no harm mean harm over here?
So to
here's
be
the
very
thing.
clear, the only reason I told him we meant no harm, and I meant that. But when he attacked my friends, then he took it too far. So for future reference, if we tell someone we mean no harm, it is only until they attack us. If they attack us regardless, then we take them down. No questions asked.
So then we can be the no harm
100%.
group.
The no harm group. Okay, I like that.
No harm? No harm. I don't know about that. What about... Gosh.
What
The
about?
outsider?
Jasper will.
Yeah, Jasper. Go ahead.
Jasper will kind of stand up and say, I don't know about you, but I think perhaps names are a thing that come naturally. And when we find our name, we'll know.
That's a good point.
Fair enough. All right. So we'll just leave it blank for now then. And Sapphire's just going to carve Clark is dead into that piece of wood and leave it outside, or like leave it at the entrance of the cave, so that people who walk in can see it, but it doesn't get damaged by rain or whatever.
Yeah,
So yeah.
for sure.
He's already like
Okay.
taking out a paper and drawing with crayons on it, thinking of like little names, and sometimes he's scratching out things like he's trying to think.
Okay, out of character, I was like, what are all our characters' initials and what name
That is
can it
exactly
be?
what I
And
did last week.
I
Oh my
hate,
god.
I hate the name I've come up with because
Yes.
look at the look. It's okay. JYYSSD, which you could
No,
pronounce as
no.
you
Nope.
could.
I will
No.
TPK you so hard.
Gosh, I hope not. I hope not.
How
Yeah.
else do you
Oh my
raise
God.
those letters?
No, I think
For everyone watching, don't worry about it. I don't even want to share this on stream.
no, I
Let's not share this on stream. I'm not proud of myself.
you should be. I
I'm
am.
not proud of myself.
I don't think I get it. I'm looking at it, I'm like, but also I don't want to know, I think.
You don't want to know. You don't want to know.
No.
All right. With that though, you guys do start making your way out, and like you load up the wagon and everything, and like Zelda kind of joins you. Yeah.
As we're loading up the wagon, like I'm just kind of sort of counting out coins and handing them out to the group. Everyone, this is the split. Take 100 copper, 18 silver, and Yabisi's gonna be like, so it's not even. These are 2 extra silver pieces. May I give these to Hike and Pike? Or do we
Yeah.
want to save it as like, yeah? Okay.
Yeah, I think
The
that's
last
smart.
two- the
You
last
hand
two
him
silver
to
go Hike and Pike.
Hike and Pike, and you see Hike just like looks at it, bites into it, and just goes, "This is more money than we've ever made."
Stick with us, and it'll only be more. Yeah.
Oh,
That. Stick with us,
Mm.
and there'll be more.
I just want to confirm how much is
canonically
it?
how much we're getting?
How much was it?
It's 60 copper.
Oh,
Excuse me,
60.
100 copper
100.
and 18 silver per player character, and then the leftover 2 silver, because it's not an even number, will go to our NPC allies.
I'm gonna take 4 of my silver,
Yeah.
and I'm gonna add it. I'm gonna give it to Hike and Pike 2 each extra.
Ooh.
Yeah, I
They're
think
rich.
Ivana will do similar.
They're richer than a
To,
couple of people in Fandolin now.
Yeah, as they should be.
Epic.
Oh.
Thank you all for letting me indulge my, like, treasure keeper. Like, I used to do this for
It's
my
a lot of
tables
fun.
as a kid growing up. And when you're with friends,
Oh.
it's so much more fun. It's like
For
handing out
sure. Especially like
Like-
later when you're dealing with bigger numbers and like magical items to like divvy out and stuff. It's like finishing an MMO raid and being like, okay, you get this shit, let's split up
It's just
blue.
like, who wants the blue item? Who wants the purple?
Exactly.
No, I can't give you a purple. You're not high enough level yet. We gotta power level some more.
But
Oh, God,
yeah,
so old.
no, it's fine. I was with you. It's fine.
Okay.
You start making your way back, and you see like Silda finally gets like rest a little on the wagon itself as you're heading back, and he breathes a little. You see, he kind of like gestures to like whoever's like sitting in the back. Like he was pulling up one of the rations you guys had in your wagon, and he just like asked like, "Is it okay if I take this?" And
I think on the journey,
Yeah.
Ivana would be with Ripper and try and just like, I think trying to sort of domesticate in a way, just trying to make
Yeah.
friends.
Yeah, I think
Um,
above table, and if you want me to roll a check, it's fine. I think I'm just gonna kind of like repair my relationship with the guy and just sort of quietly talk to him about Jade Hollow, the situation, tell him about the Onrush. And it's weird because this probably seems like history to him, but
Yeah.
the way Yabisi is talking, he's talking about it like
And-
it happened yesterday.
I mean,
And
Sildar
he's
does
being
look like
very
he's
calm.
middle-aged. He was probably
Dude,
like a kid.
How old
So
is
he's-
UBC?
Yabisi's an elf, so older.
Like,
He probably
100.
fought in the Onrush. Holy shit.
Yeah,
No.
Yabisi's 100 years old.
Jade Hollow elves, and if you guys remember the Onrush, Jade Hollow never showed up to help. Because
Fair
he
enough.
wouldn't.
and then like Yabisi's like, yeah, no, so, and he just sort of explains to him like he was on the coast. There was,
I'm also like 100 or something. But
Uh,
I definitely was not
he
present for
wasn't.
the
Yeah,
others.
because
He
you were
wasn't.
in the glade.
Yeah, I was in the glade.
Yeah, you were in the glade. And just sort of just says he's just over the past 100 years, everything's heard about the Empire and everyone trying, and he just sort of opens up to the guy.
Yeah.
And lets him know why he's so suspicious. While, and if you want me to make a check, I'm happy to. It's just that UBC wants to explain to him why he's so distrustful of a neutral group called the Lord's Alliance, and why that rings so many alarm bells
for
him.
I will say that would be a persuasion check for you.
Sure.
And for Devana, give me an animal handling with Ripper.
I also want to animal handle the wolf
You
because
can also do it. You can also roll.
How loud are you talking to this guy?
Like quiet. Like I'm not yelling like I was in the previous encounter, but loud enough that if your character is nearby, you can eavesdrop.
Okay. I think Sapphire's gonna keep an ear out and try to glean as much information as they can about this conversation. Yeah.
Got a 23.
Let's go. Look at these rolls.
I got a 14.
Yes.
All right.
It's so good to get results over 10 when you're level 1.
Dude, it's amazing.
I've been playing like shit.
So with a 19, you see he hears you and he kind of like gets where you're coming from, and he also tells you very much that for him and for most of the people he works with, the Lord's Alliance is very much just, people who protect rather than enforce more than anything. Like, when bad monsters show up or something like that starts happening, they do what they can to kind of protect the less protected areas usually. And beyond that, he admits it to you. Like, there might be like bigger politics happening at the higher level, but that's not something he's privy to. He's like, he's a senior in the like group, but he's not a higher up. Like, he's very much like, I go do my job. Like, I do what I believe in. And he gets where you come from, and he does feel more, if anything, like more calm and empathetic towards the situation then, right? And like I think you like not just like repair things. I think you spend like the next couple hours just bonding more than anything.
And then I think like what we used to call it copy pasta. Or control all back in the day. And I'm just gonna give him, and then whoever wants to like from the party like jump in, a rundown, like the real rundown on like how bad it is, since we have time.
For sure. Also, with the 14 animal handling, and what did Devana get?
23.
23. With the 14, you see, you haven't had too many interactions with Ripper, but you do see he's gotten friendly with most of you enough that he isn't like biting you or anything like that. So he kind of like just, responds in kind. You feed him like a treat while you're like walking like at a slower pace, and it's a nice time. With Devada, obviously, like, you being the one who did the speak with animals and like had a conversation with him and everything, like you managed to kind of like, strengthen that bond further. And like while he's just kind of like prowling by the side of the wagon, like looks over at you.
Little like Sims plus social.
Yeah, just the plus signs happening. And you see he just asks you, like, if you wait, you can't do speak with animals right now.
I think it's past. So
you see kind of just like like growls a little, like a low growl, not like a hostile growl, and just kind of like wags his tail a little. You can tell he's enjoying your company, and just long big steppers along the way. And you start making your way to Fandlin, and first order of business, everyone take a level.
Holy
Let's
shit,
fucking
finally.
go.
Finally.
Okay.
Oh my god.
All right.
So does the level also come with a long rest or no?
No, so not a rest yet.
Okay. Do we get
Okay.
a short rest from the trip?
I'll say it's calm enough. I'll give you a short rest for sure. Yeah. You have enough people that you don't need to all be on high alert. Yeah.
I also, while this is happening, take like a little bit of time to talk to estrogen.
Yeah.
Just about the hey, so the thing that you did when we were fighting Clark, the
Yeah.
weird, creepy, cool stuff. Is that something that you can teach people, or is that something that only you can do?
That's a.
I thought it was
Would
really
I
cool.
know the
So
answer to this?
You can ask the question to get the answer.
That's fair. I will be like, you know what? Let me ask my friend. He knows about this way more than I do. And then I'm just like, hey, can I teach other people this?
Teach them what?
You know, the whole seeing the pop reality and stuff. You know, the stuff you showed me.
As I've told you, I want all to know the truth. So if someone else wishes to learn, I would be more than happy to share.
Oh, lovely. It would be way easier than me having to show everyone the truth individually, honestly, if I could just teach someone else to do it. And then I turn to Sapphire and I'm like, oh yeah, you can learn. My friend loves people knowing. I mean, I would love it if you would learn. You just have to see things.
okay, and okay. Also, in the other cave when we were fighting the goblins, someone spoke to us, and
Oh yeah, that's my friend. I didn't know you could hear that. Wait, what? Wait,
yeah,
could everyone hear that?
I think so.
And I'm just gonna then again go into talking to Fulcrum and be like, oh hey, you're talking to people now. That's such a big step. I'm so proud of you.
It seemed adequate considering your intent was to terrify your enemy.
I mean, I just wanted to distract them a bit and make sure we did no harm.
And it worked for the most part.
That's fair. And I just get lost in conversation there again. I forget Sapphire.
Sapphire, you just see fully estrogen fully checks out of your conversation for a good 5 minutes.
I think I'm just gonna turn to Jasper and be like, I wish the dude in my head would just would talk to me this often. This is wild shit. Do you have someone that talks to you in your head too, or is this only an us thing?
I've never had anyone talk in my head, but perhaps that's because my head's so full of words anyway. So maybe there's no room for someone else's words.
Oh, that is poetic shit. I like that. You know what? If you want someone to talk to you in your head, hit me up. I think I just learned something new, so I can practice that for sure.
With a bit of warning, coming out of nowhere would be strange, but if you want to practice, then by all means. I learned something new myself. I've been watching Devana work her healing magics, and I think I managed to perfect the cure wounds she's been doing. So hopefully that will come in handy, because we seem to be taking a bit of a licking.
Oh yeah, that's always helpful. It's I think it's smart, especially with we've only just started and I've died I've almost died 2 times. So I feel like it would be helpful. Yeah, you're right. Yeah.
But yeah, as you guys are having that discussion, doing your own like little things as you recover from your wounds, tend to yourselves, you eventually do make it back to Fandolin. And it's gotten to like, late afternoon by this point, probably. Like by the time you get back, it's like, 3, 4 p.m. And as you come back, like cross into like the threshold of the town, you see like Silda kind of gets up from the wagon and just like looks at you all like, right, so I appreciate you all getting me here. I'm gonna go pay a visit to the townmaster's hall, get my bearings, and maybe get a few contacts running again. And once I do a little bit of digging, I should have more information regarding Gundren to share with you all, and maybe even a little bit more about the Red Brands if you don't find anything by then. But yeah, once again, thank you all for what you did. I owe you my life, and potentially I will owe you my friend's life soon enough. I shall see you all on the morrow then.
Rest up.
Meet up with us at the inn. We'll be there.
Right. And you see, kind of like, hops off the wagon, starts wandering off, and the rest of you, like begin like pulling your cart into like the little like circular town square. You do have all of the supplies of the like shop you have brought with you still on you.
Yeah, I'm gonna go to the shop itself.
All right.
Yeah, I think I'll go with the ABC. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh no, I'm driving the cart to the shop.
Yeah.
Oh,
like
okay,
drive
cool.
the
Once I
cart
Oh,
drop
up.
cool.
him off. Yeah,
Yeah.
because I have the highest dex modifier, I think. So I've been.
Yeah.
Yeah, that works.
You're good. These horses are also used to by this point, like used to you all by this point, so it's fine. You easily bring it up to the shop with like the same like blue and silver lion emblem called the Lion Shield Coster. And as you like park your wagon there, I'm assuming you make your way up to like the door.
Yeah, and I just knock politely.
Yeah, as you knock, like the door like opens. It's like the shop is still like in working hours. There's a little like bell that goes off, and you see again very disheveled store. There's a few like scraps of like random knickknacks here or there, but most of the shelves here are empty at the moment. And you see behind the counter there's like this human woman standing there. She seems to be like probably like in her 30s, like very like sharp features and like wearing very simple clothes and like an apron. And as you walk in, just goes, and who are you all supposed to be?
Oh,
Red Band said no people, did they?
Oh,
no,
well, actually, the opposite. DBC, go ahead.
Oh, yes, of course. We have your goods. We handled the Goblin Raiders on the road. They had a bunch. Yeah, we have a whole bunch of your goods. Where would you like them offloaded?
You see what you say? She like cocks an eyebrow and kind of like curiously like walks up to you, like looks past the door, sees the wagon, and
Right there.
she's like, "Holy shit! I
It's a
thought
pleasure
that."
to meet you. My name is the LBC Youth Dancer. This is Sprout. This is Jasper. This is my friend Devana. This is Estrogen, and this is the amazing, beautiful, unstoppable. And then I stop and look.
Oh, Sapphire's gonna fake bow. Be like, Sapphire, we got your shit on our G-Wagon. Yeah.
First time you said Sapphire, that's clapworthy.
Oh fuck, I forgot.
It's done now. It's canon now. You're done.
God damn it. God damn
And Yabisi's like, that's what I thought.
The pee poo poo false.
God damn it. I had a
Level
whole
one
arc for it. Fuck.
It's done now.
This level of guard. This is an in-world manifestation that Yabisi's now more silver tongue has been studying under Jasper.
Yeah, for sure. You see, like she looks at all of you and like just Right. My name is Lineen Graven. Uh, I never thought I'd see that shipment again. That's honestly huge, and certainly not any red brands bringing things to my doorstep for a change. Oh, please, come in and like you see, like you know, with your help, like she like brings all like the crates back inside, and she just goes, "Well, I've basically kept the shop closed on all accounts. Like I have made sure I don't sell anything dangerous like weapons or armor. Really, it's all in the back, you see. Because as long as the red brands are in town, I will not be doing that. But for and like she kind of cracks a smile at all of you, like, but for opportunistic yet very special friends, certain exceptions can certainly be made. Uh, First of all, for the shipment, thank you so much. And you see, she goes behind the counter, pulls out like a little bag of gold, and just hands it to you, and gives you guys
thank you.
50 gold.
Oh,
Like that's a big shipment you guys just brought, and you did not tamper with it. I was keeping an eye. None of you like tried to like sneak a peek or like pilfer it or anything. So it's like an intact shipment you brought back. Uh,
Holy
so
shit!
yeah,
Okay.
gives you guys 50 gold, and she just looks at you like, we don't have too much special things around. We have basic things you might use like in adventuring or travels and whatnot in your what I'm assuming is your line of work. And beyond that, if you need any simple arms or armor, we do get our shipments across the Sword Coast as well. So I have some things I can part with. If you need anything more specialized, I'm afraid you'll have to pay a visit to the blacksmith instead.
Do you have anything at all that could help with wounded people, like healing?
Oh, I should certainly. And you see, she starts looking around, and let me check. Yeah, you see, she finds you a healer's kit that she can part with for 5 gold.
Yeah, she'll take the 5 gold and give
Can
it.
we get? Do you have more of those?
She will have. She has 2 of those in total. So for 10 gold, she'll give you both if you want.
Yeah, I'll also take one.
Yubisi is like, okay, and then the split is 8 to each player, and then the leftover is 2. Yubisi, same thing. Yubisi's like, can I get these to hike and pike?
Yeah, I think that's smart.
Okay.
I think for future reference, whatever is left over that is not divided, whatever is left over that's not divided amongst us, I think should go to Hike and Pike. And maybe even we set up a small little fund for Ripper as well, so that we can buy him toys and food. I think that would also be really cool.
Yeah, that's good.
For sure.
I am going to, very kindly be like, I can buy. Ready to be even more rich, and I hand each of them
always, and they take it and they look at it.
We're gonna drink tonight, right? We're gonna drink tonight. What? Just I get a jazz.
Spike starts doing this weird crap dance in excitement.
I join him.
Oh, no.
I join him. These are my buddies. These are my friends.
I also dance. Esther will join. She has no idea why they're doing this.
Yeah, same.
You see Hike looks over at Jasper and just goes, huh, you're not gonna join. After what you did at the inn, I thought this would be your kind of thing.
I mean, dancing is all very well, but sometimes you just need to sit back and watch and appreciate art.
Jasper, if you like to watch,
no.
I think that's all she's gonna say and just trail off. Yeah.
And you see a very silently Hike also just leans on the wall next to Jasper and is also just watching this happen. If you guys have nothing else you want to buy or do at the shop,
I actually do. Yubisi was just being a little penny pincher. I have a shopping list. I kind of look through her wares and I ask about where did it go? There's the split. There's the party. There's my shopping list. Herbalism kit or wood carver's tools.
Here, she won't have a herbalism kit here. She does have a set of wood carving tools, though.
Okay, how much?
5 gold.
5 done.
Yeah. You can have a wood carving kit for sure.
Good.
All right.
I can do
Does
that.
she have any studded leather armor?
She does. Let me see how many.
I have a very intact shield I've never used that I can trade for it. No, I reckon I'm not buying that.
Studded leather is 45 gold.
Oof. Actually, let's look at the shield. Any discount for a set of used leather and a shield?
Still studded?
Oh yeah. I mean, if I give her my leather armor and the shield that I haven't used,
I'll say give me a persuasion check for haggling.
What would that bring it in?
Yeah.
This leather armor's I've only been killed in it twice, I think. So.
Oh, tools! It's tools.
No.
How much do you need?
You see, she just kind of like looks at you like, I mean, it is kind of covered in blood. I don't really know what I'm gonna get done with that, really.
How much do you need, Jasper?
So at the moment, I have 20 gold total, basically. Oh no, I haven't added the 8. I have 28 total, including all my copper and such like.
So you need like what, 17? No. Yeah, you need 17 more gold.
17, yeah. I
did
did give you how much did I give you? Was it?
Oh yeah, I have some of your gold. I have. I think it's...
Yeah.
Oh wait, where is it? Is it minus
Yeah.
one? I've got 5 for you. And
5 of my gold. Cool.
I am willing to put to the other 12.
Because Sprout does not have any perception of money, is going to take 4 of his gold coins and just kind of hold them up like over him.
Okay, so
she's just going to be like, oh yeah. I mean, I can give you my gold, whatever you need left. Like,
Yubisi's looking for a hand drum, if she has one, like a small hand drum, arrows, and ration.
Okay, do we need to buy rations, or do we just have those on us usually?
I don't really keep track of rations unless you're doing like longer term travel. Then I keep like a general track of it. But
Yubisi just wants to have a week of spare rations, like just for sure, like because at least for this next couple of days, since we're doing a lot of traveling into the town.
So how much
week of rations would be like 3 gold pieces.
Whoa!
Yeah.
But if Estrogen and Sprout are putting 2 to Jasper's thing, I don't have to spend as much gold, so I'm willing to help with the rations. But let's figure out first how much how much everyone's putting into that.
Let's figure out the Jasper thing first. Yeah.
I was going to say, so feasibly, I do have this shield that I bought for no reason whatsoever because I can't use it.
Yeah.
I'm currently at 37 gold. A shield would normally be 10 gold. Obviously, I'm going to lose a bit. So could I throw the shield in and 37 gold
and the shield? I'll allow that for sure. Yeah, that'll allow. Yeah.
So how much sheep? Perfect. From who have you taken gold then?
How much gold from how many people?
So Sprout gave me 4. I took the 5 that I'd given you to look after, Ivana, and the rest was from me, so that's fine.
Okay.
I'll
so
put.
You can spend on what you need to spend now.
Yeah, then I'll put. So it was 3 gold for a week of rations.
Yeah, for a full week.
I mean, I'm willing to pay for that.
Thank you.
Yeah, I'll get the week of rations.
Hand drum, by the way, is also 5 gold.
That I'm fine with that. A good instrument is important.
Is that week of rations for one person or for the whole group?
That's worth for one person.
Okay.
Oh shit. Okay.
Oh wait.
But
So
again,
how
like you
much
don't
do
have
we
to keep
need?
hard track, so don't worry too much about it.
Okay.
Like I'll tell you when you need to keep a track. That's only for like very long term
Well,
travel.
I'll have it for now anyway, so we just have it.
Yeah.
It's fine.
Yeah.
Like
Uh,
I usually take it as, oh, you guys are staying at inns and stuff, so you're replenishing your rations there as part of the accommodation
Oh,
budget.
okay, I get it.
But yeah.
I'm gonna ask the innkeeper. I don't remember the name for this item. There was something that I used to have in my earlier travels where you could fit a lot of material in a small space, and there was
Holding?
I think so. I don't remember. It's been a while.
That might be a little too much for a little shop like mine, really. You'd have to either find an enchanter to do that for you or go to a proper magic store.
Interesting. And there's no magic stores here, though, are there? In Phandalin, yeah.
It's a small town.
Fair enough. Do you know how much that would cost? Just like an estimate. Couple hundred gold?
Depends on the person selling it. I've seen places sell it for 100. Some have sold it for more.
Okay, yeah, fair enough.
Yeah.
I appreciate it. Yeah.
All right. Is that everything for everyone?
Let me check one thing.
Yep, for me.
You said it was
I-
5
I-
gold for hand drum.
Correct.
I'll spend that. And
I
then
can't think of anything I would need.
You said remember me for spells and component tools. Your only ones us have like a monetary
Gold
thing,
cost
right?
stuff.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
gold cost.
Like otherwise, I'll say, oh, your arcane focus does 90% of the heavy lifting there. So.
And then and then arrows. How much for
Yes.
like a? Let me.
bundle
And
of-
like I'm only asking because I know every shop is variable depending on like where
Yeah.
we are.
Like this place is also like dealing with a lot of scarcity essentially.
Exactly. So I'm just
So over here you can get a quiver of 20 arrows for 2 gold.
2 gold. Sweet. Thank you.
Yeah. You see, Line is quite happy. She just got a shipment she thought was gone and then immediately business. So she's cruising.
Wait, how much gold? I'm so sorry. 2, right?
Yes.
Yes.
And while shopping also, you see she looks over to Sapphire and just goes, you said you're the opposite of the red brand problem. Does that mean you're the solution for it?
Short answer. Looks right. Yes.
Yeah.
Wait, can you repeat that, Dan? I just heard red brands and I just spaced.
Oh, basically, like she, when she had asked, "Are you red brands?" You were like, "No, we're the opposite." So she was asking, like, by opposite, do you mean you're the solution to the red brand problem?
And Yabisi was like, honest answer, and then leaned in and whispered because he doesn't know who's.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, we might fuck him up. Yeah.
That's heartening to hear. Someone needs to fucking do something around here. The town master's a spineless piece of shit who doesn't get anything done, and the only other people who even have guards here are the ones over at the miners' exchange, and that woman will not part with any guards for the town. She's too busy keeping her vault safe, so I appreciate anything you would do, and I'm sure everyone here would as well.
Oh, what's in the vault?
Yeah, it's a miners' exchange. I'd imagine gold, gems, whatnot. Ore.
Interesting.
Sorry, where was that vault?
That was the Phandalin miners' exchange.
Oh, that was just a mine. Okay.
So, and the red brands have not tried to take them out. That means there's more guards than red brands.
It's more so that like the red brands seem to be like, just thugs and stuff. There seems to be a couple of like mercenary guards trained up at the miners' exchange. So it's more so like it might be way too much work to even deal with, kind of a thing.
Interesting.
Like
Okay.
they're like you that already. Like they're much happier like shaking up smaller fry, right? Like they want to be the bigger
Mhm.
people. So, but yeah. So, anything else? What do you guys do?
I will, you know, I actually asked the group, where to next? We want to go to the inn, quietly get some rest.
Yeah, maybe a rest might be good. I mean, I feel okay, but y'all took some pretty bad damage.
Let's just go get some rest at the inn, get some food.
Yeah, maybe my friends at the inn too.
food.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I have a friend at the inn.
Yeah, the redhead. Yeah. That's yeah. I think going back to the inn is the smart play now.
All right.
Yeah.
I think once we get back on the cart, Sapphire's just like, okay, so we know the play, right? We convince the Red Brands to go after the mine, the mercenaries at the mine, kill the Red Brands. Problem solved.
Okay.
Yes. Simple solution for you guys.
Okay. So how are we gonna talk them into that? Do we,
I wasn't serious,
pretend?
but okay, yeah.
What are we like? And I'm just like whispering this, looking around. I'm just like, as we like are heading, on the cart, right? I'm imagining like we're here and we're just sort of talking, and I'm just like,
yeah.
Okay, so what if we pretend we're like a mercenary, and we have a bunch of names that we can draw. We say that we were hired by the Spire, and to do a heist, and then we come up with this huge plan, and then we bail on.
I like it. I really like it.
And then we secretly warn the woman that owns the mining exchange that an attack is coming, so that all her guards are ready.
Yeah, I think that's really smart. That's the perfect play.
So we're getting people to attack her.
Yeah, but we go ahead.
I mean, or we could just do the honorable thing, go rest, eat some food, and then tomorrow confidently walk to the mayor's house and whoop their asses. Honestly, Estrogen, we can either do it sneaky or we could do it direct. Either way, it's up to us.
That's true. Yeah.
Whooping people's asses is honorable.
If they're doing bad things, yes.
If they're doing bad things, if they're hurting people.
This place is so strange sometimes.
I know. I don't get it myself.
Honorable. Let's do the honorable thing. Let's whoop his ass.
No,
sorry, Jasper, you were saying something.
Maybe honorable is the wrong word. I'm so sorry, Estrogen. I mean, and in Sylvan, he says direct.
Yeah.
Jasper, what were you saying?
Jasper's going to kind of look puzzled and go, I think we probably made a bit too much noise already for these bandits to think we're going to align with them. I mean, we marched back into town with a wagon full of goods that went missing from the store. We've performed at the inn, and I have certainly. We've made a bit of noise. We might not be able to go under the radar.
That makes sense.
Let's whoop their ass.
Because you specifically asked that question, I will also ask any one of you make me a perception check.
Yep.
Oh.
The natural one, so no, I don't see anything. I'm busy with Ripper. I'm just.
Are we all making a perception check?
Whoever wants to. 14.
I'm
14.
I got a 23.
I got a 19.
Natural 20?
Let's go.
Yeah.
I got 19. Plus
how many
whatever.
crits every session, guys? Come
22.
Okay.
I'm not even looking.
I'll say while this discussion is basically happening as you're going to the inn, it is at the town square in broad daylight as this discussion's happening, and Ashton, you probably hear a couple people just like murmuring near your car, just like, are they the ones who've been talking about dealing with the red brands? Yeah, I heard from Barton that they seem quite upset, and they
This fucking guy.
and you, I think Estrogen realized that you guys have been going and talking shit on the red brands in every store you've gone to so far.
Why would these people say anything? Why
I,
would you?
Because
I,
it's a very small town, and it's like,
I
oh,
am
our
going
customer
to.
showed up, and they just like whispered to each other, kind of a thing happened. So you don't know how many people have heard of it, but in the like time between yesterday and today, some news has spread. On a natural 20,
Yeah, I
Sprout,
literally live in this town.
on a natural 20, Sprout, on the other end of the road, like going further away from the town square, you spot a like pair of individuals wearing what looks like these like tattered red cloaks and seem to have like very like a rough leather armor underneath that, and they seem to be like trying to hide behind like a couple of the trees that are coming out on the side of the road and stuff, and it seems no one else seems to have noticed them but you, but they are hiding, and for a second they see that you see them, and they immediately turn and cut away down the street and like start running. But on a natural 20, you see where they run to. You see they are running to the eastern end of town towards this little hill, where on the top of the hill you see an abandoned manor.
Do they have to roll to get away from me or something?
Yeah, they don't need to roll because they were very far. This was more like
Okay.
they were stealthing and scouting you, it seems, but you spotted them.
Mhm.
So they ran, but you saw that they ran to this hill on the eastern side of town.
So yeah, I saw that last time. I think wasn't it the
Yeah.
same manner? Yeah. But right now I'm not seeing anything. But
Yeah, right now you're seeing your dog. And
wait, my dog.
all of your dogs.
The
I,
party
I
wolf.
mean,
The shared custody dog.
shared custody dog, but like you're the one who adopted your dog right
Yeah.
first.
And
So
yeah, you clock that, and as you clock that, you also arrive at the inn, and you're left with a myriad of options to follow through, and that is where we'll take a little break. Oh, hello. We are once again back. Our adventurers have just leveled up and done all of their, mechanical things. They have gotten back to town. They have noticed some eyes on them and some rumors flying around town. And as you all make your way back to the Stonehill Inn and stop, yes, Sprout.
I realized something. Because I'm level 2 now and I got like more spells prepared. I was just wondering if I could just like command them to haunt.
What's the range on it?
Let me see.
Let's see.
60 feet.
I
They'll be
also
too
picked
far.
command.
Damn it.
They'd be too far for command, unfortunately. Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah,
I mean, since I did hear all the people around me, I would probably turn to Jasper and Hector and say, "You're right, people. I think people have noticed us. There's matter."
Oh, well, I guess direct is probably the base way. Let's get out of the street. And I'm gonna just stop talking and focus on like getting us to the inn safely.
Who would be the closest person to me at this point?
like
Like
physically,
yeah, physically, who thinks is going to be closest to me? Because I wouldn't.
I would imagine Hibisi, right?
Maybe. Yeah. I'm latching onto his sleeve and just like pulling like a child. Like,
Yep. Yes.
they're going to kind of point to the bushes where they saw the people running and everything, and they're going to make this little thing where they're like they're
You, s-
watching us
you saw an owl.
Oh no.
a little bit.
No, that means we're being watched. And Yubisi just like, you know, Is there like a side alley or somewhere that I could park the cart where that's off the
Easily.
main road?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna do that and then like go through like
Want to go
the back
prowling?
door essentially.
Oh, you're still you're entering the inn like from the
Yeah,
side.
yeah.
Yeah.
From the side, yeah.
I'll say you have like a little moment where like you start entering through like the side door, and as you enter, you like are coming from like the side end of the counter, and you run into Toblin, the innkeeper, and he just kind of like looks a little surprised, like, huh.
Oh, sorry. Just we're here for another night, and
Right. I was expecting people through that one.
yeah, but I don't think it would be better if we came through the side door.
Okay.
I flick him a gold coin.
Just catches it. Okay, welcome back. Just you walk your way in.
It's just like when he's not looking, like and like I walk past him, you
And yeah, you make your way into like the tavern end of the inn proper. Not a lot of people right now. Like it seems everyone's out and about still, or like if they have already like finished their day, they aren't coming in at the moment. At the very least, there's a few patrons like locals, but that's about it.
Nobody who we've like already talked to, like nobody we noticed.
None of the people you hung out with last time. No, you don't see any of them.
okay. I say, okay, just stay here in the inn, lay low for tonight. Jasper, do you want to perform again?
No, I've got some things to get down on paper. I'm going to just sit and do that a bit, I think.
All right. So I take it like you guys get your food and drink and like basically like prep for like a long rest, I would imagine.
Yeah.
Yeah. In which case, you guys can mark a long rest. Yeah, go on.
I was going to say, so Jasper will have skulked off to a corner, and is going to take a sheet of paper out the back of his notebook, but it's not a page from his notebook.
Yeah.
And he's going to begin writing on it.
All right.
And so what he's going to write is, travelling with a small party, too soon to assess allegiances bar D. They've saved my life many times over, but potential shown. Reported discovery of lost mine containing Spellforge, ? Near Fandolin. Black Spider, ? Tribunal scout spotted in area. Make contact or no? ? Orc forces, ! Local bandits underlined. All coincidence? ? And as you put it, all a little beyond my expertise. Help? ? Sign it with the J.
Yeah.
He's going to fold it into a little paper bird, and he's going to whisper the name Zazalamo into it. And if anybody's watching, all they'll see is prestidigitation takes this little bird into the air, but it kind of keeps going a bit longer than normal and out through a window.
Yeah. Cool. I'm gonna say, give me just a flat charisma check to see how that goes.
Would I have seen you do this before as well? I'm curious about. You can say no. But...
I was going to say you've probably seen the odd occasion when the paper bird flies a little further than you're expecting, but it's up to you whether you've read anything into that.
No, I think they would have not pried at all. They've just, yeah. I think like if they catch you doing like, oh yeah, that's a thing, that's fine.
12. All right. You cast it off and you hope you'll hear something soon. And you get like you all get your long rest, and probably in the middle of the night, like 2, 3 a.m. Uh, I'm assuming how are you guys bunking? I'm assuming Devana and Jasper are in one room.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What's your passive, Devana?
12.
12. Cool. So yeah, you're still like sleeping, and Jasper, you hear like almost like a very gentle knock on the window of your room, and you look over. Yeah,
Quietly go and open it.
yeah. You go over. As you open it, there is a paper bird, like not like a origami bird, but like a full size bird made of paper. That is like that was pecking at the door, at the window, and as you open it, it looks up at you and just flies at your face and just fully sprawls open into just a sheet of paper that just hits you in the face, and you like kind of have to pull it back, and it has a seal on it that you recognize, like a sigil at the top, which is just like this very embellished golden Z. And you see, it reads out saying, "Orcs are not our concern. Bandits, deal with as you see fit. Make sure town is secure. As for coincidence or help, you'll get a few answers by tomorrow afternoon if you manage to get everything done properly. We'll have some associates operating in nearby region. Some you may make contact with within Fandolin. As for tribunal scouts, there's just like a as for tribunal scouts dot dot dot. Don't worry about it. And like there's like a line break, and it just says many moves being made in region from both sides. If companions trustworthy, may come into contact with them as well. Just remember who you work for.
Yeah,
And
to say that.
at the end of the letter itself, there's like a little like drawing of what you like know is like a Ouroboros almost, and like the side of it has like a very like slight like lip print of like lipstick, and signed Mr. Zaslamel.
I will
And
eat
yeah, you eat it. uh as you go to like since I was gonna do it regardless, as you go to eat it, you do notice the back end of the paper has like a small line also very tinily written, which just says, "It is almost time to enact the grand design." And you eat the paper, and I'll say around that some point in the night, the one you like wake up a little, like you like squeak an eye open, and Jasper's just
Yeah.
like coughing.
I think they would be like, you okay?
Yeah, just It's like writer's block and yeah,
Great.
trying to get some thoughts down.
Well, can I help with anything?
I think we need to get this bandit problem sorted, and then you and I should probably have a talk.
Oh, that sounds serious. Is everything okay?
Yes and no. I think I don't want my problems to become problems for you, so I make you aware of them. They can be dealt with.
You've helped me with some of mine. I mean, so what happened the other night? It's only fair if I return the favor.
Yeah. When this is done, like I said, we do the job in front of us. When that's done, we'll talk. I'll tell you all the missing bits from my story. The pages I tore out.
Okay. Well, I think you should probably try and get some sleep, though. I shall be really tired tomorrow.
It's true, I am grumpy when I'm tired.
Yeah, you are.
But thank you for looking after me again today.
Yeah, of course. That's what I do.
Yeah.
I know.
After which, you guys are able to get sleep decent enough.
Yeah.
And the only other thing to take care of before the long rest ends is Sapphire.
Yeah, I was actually gonna ask as
Yeah.
well, so that's great.
Okay,
but I
go
just
on.
need 1 minute. Yeah, I'll be right back.
Oh, no worries, no worries. Just a little bit of more exposition and then we're good.
Yeah.
Yeah, no exposition over in Yabisi and the little folks' room, because it's like big 6'6" Yabisi, and then like the goblins, and then Sprout, and I just imagine like Yabisi just sprawled out with like the sleeping nose thing.
Hey, I didn't say we're not gonna cut to you. I never said we're not about to cut to you.
Uh-oh.
Like the worst thing that could happen in that room is Sprout having a nightmare and having to wake up your BC to be like, I had a nightmare again. Like that's it. Why are you rubbing your hands so evilly? Why did
That's the worst thing that can happen, you say.
Oh, no, please. No.
Hey, hold up.
Hi, sorry.
I want to retract my statement.
Uh,
All right, Steve is back.
Steve is
Yeah,
back. Yeah,
sorry,
what
my
were you
mom-
trying to do? Yeah, no worries.
So basically, like, since Sapphire knows that estrogen is only goes on like a 4-hour sleep trance thing, not for the full thing. So the minute he senses that her breathing has slowed down, he's just gonna sit up in his bed, close both eyes, and like sit cross-legged with their hands on their knees, and just breathe for a few minutes, and then open one eye and look upwards and be like, "Are you listening?"
Give me a religion check.
Wait, do you want me to roll or are you rolling?
You roll.
Oh, what, a D100 or what?
A religion check.
Religion check. Oh, I didn't hear that. My bad.
Yeah, no worries.
Religion. Okay. Bro. That's a 19.
Oh, not bad at all. You pray and you just like,
Word.
hey, Are you there? And you hear back, I am now.
I don't know how much of you saw after our conversation, but you mentioned that there might be a way back, and I just wanted to know how that is going to work. I can't just forget and just come back and be welcomed back with open arms, because enough shenanigans have happened since then that I don't think is an option for either of us. But
True. Besides, if I were to do that so simply, every single person within the court would have problems. Most of them are still here, you know. You lost a few in the war. Not all.
I've heard about a lot of shenanigans that I missed while I was gone. I can't believe they.
Don't cuss.
Oh right, yeah, I forgot. It's been a while. Things change. You should try it sometime. Swearing is a way to express emotions, and last I checked, you were not very good at that.
Last time a god swears, let me just assure you there are more consequences than someone down there swearing. There's a reason why plagues and curses befall you. Do you not know that?
Well,
As far as
if you
expressing emotions is considered, I assure you, many things have changed in many regards. For now, there is a lot happening within our courts and the Seven Heavens and Celestia as a whole. Many things are being debated and moved. The enemy we faced that day, the day we parted, may have been defeated, but that enemy was not destroyed. Mortals have tried much since then as well. They have not succeeded yet. And now half the world pays the price of this black ichor. And while we have peace in the mortal world, I fear it is not a permanent peace just yet. I fear there are things moving in the shadows against our own designs. It is no coincidence that you made it back from where you claim to have. And from what I understand, you were on the other side, weren't you? In that ocean of black.
I was, it was horrible. I don't know how I made it out. Sometimes I still don't believe it. I still dream of it all the time. And I wake up thinking I'm back there. It was terrifying, and I felt abandoned and I felt betrayed. And I reached out to you, to the other gods, just hoping someone would hear me. But now I find out that none of my prayers even reached you. So kind of pissed that I spent so much time building resentment when you didn't even know where I was. But also on the other hand, it also feels justified because I didn't know what was happening, and I thought that you would abandon me. So this is weird. This is weird. Why?
I don't blame you.
Can we do you not come down here anymore? Can we I don't know, talk face to face like we used to? I miss who I used to be.
As do I. And as I said, much has changed. There are laws that were placed upon this world before you, or before even I was a part of it. Laws that dictate what our purview is and where our reach extends. Where you were is one of those few places that is under a different rule. A rule more malign than anything you could want or wish for. A rule we have not been able to break through just yet. It is chaos incarnate. And since then, even more sacrifices have been made. There are many laws placed upon ourselves, separating our involvement with your world. And while those laws are in place, we must all abide them. They are what keep Celestia intact. Many of the gods you were even praying for, most likely, are no longer with us. Many were lost in those days. And there are those whose names we cannot even utter anymore, lest we incur the wrath of the laws themselves.
No,
I hope.
it's
Yeah.
go ahead. Go ahead.
I hope there does come a day that we can be face to face. It just won't be as straightforward as either of us would wish for.
It's funny. You say your world. This world doesn't feel like mine. Everything has changed. Everything is so different. There's so much. People are so much more accepting of differences and of people. And on the other hand, there's like you said, there's chaos everywhere. There's people dying, people raiding encampments. I know this sounds trivial to the shit you're dealing with. Sorry for the swear again, but this is real. These are real people being impacted by, and I feel like it's given me some sense of purpose trying to help them, because I've been wandering around aimlessly for years now.
And I agree. There are no problems, my child, that are too small for anyone. Just because the scope of problems affects many people, that does not mean the problems the people themselves suffer are any less. I have been trying to lessen these burdens. I have been trying to serve justice where justice is due. And I am hoping, now that I can speak with you again, perhaps you would help me to that end. To end that perhaps peace can be attained, and perhaps you can join the Court of Platinum once more. If that is what you would wish.
As much as I want to, I do not want to promise something right now and then have to take back my word. There is still a lot of hurt here, a lot of hate that I have to move past. Because
I do not ask for any oaths, child. I simply ask that you remember who you are, and I hope you remember right from wrong. And when the time comes that morality of yours is tested, you choose what is right by you, because I believe what you choose is the right decision.
I'm doing my best. It is so hard. It is. It is so hard here. Luckily, I've found a group of people who seem to care about the same things that I do. But I miss you. I miss home.
Home always has a place for you, child. We both made our own mistakes, and we shall do what we can to redeem it. There are not many of your kin down there anymore. Most have to follow their own laws in today's time. There is one in the material world that you might recognize and perhaps find an ally in. He's also one of the court, as you might recall. I am certain you remember Gore.
I do. We waged many wars together, fought side by side, fought each other once, but that was just more of a courtship than anything.
Well, I think it'll be quite educational to meet him now. He's far removed from the brash, war-headed dragon you knew in your time. The time amongst the people has given him contemplation and wisdom, and above all, patience. And I hope you can help each other against the storm that is brewing, because this dark tide will come for the world, and it will take stalwart hearts to defend that justice this world has cultivated. And I hope that one of those hearts is yours.
Like I said, I will do my best to live up to the ideals that you taught me. Yeah. And anyway, I'm going to stop talking now because I'm going to cry, and I don't think either of us wants that. So, good talk though. It was. I'm glad you're still here, Dad.
And I'm glad you're still alive, my child. And with that, it fades as you go to bed. And you spend the rest of the night, sleeping and resting, but also just very vividly dreaming about the alabaster white platinum coats, its pillory, being welcomed in with these beautiful and brilliant feasts after different battlefronts, and just sharing those moments with the 7 gold dragons of the upper court and all of the other metallic dragons that fought alongside you. You remember all of it in that moment. And I will say, yeah, by the time you wake up, your charisma score goes up by 1.
Holy shit. I think this is the first time in a very long time that Sapphire does not have nightmares. And I think he's very grateful for that.
For sure. Cutting over to our next room real quick.
You can't just segue out of that so calmly.
Listen, I have to juggle 4 traumatic stories right now. Okay, let me deal with it.
Go on.
You go to bed. I'm assuming you do your regular rituals, like you say your end of day prayers and stuff to Pan and everything. You take your armor off, go to rest.
Yeah. So one of the things that I do different and this time is now that I have my level of bard, I'm feeling more connected to Pan and performance and everything. So this time with Sprout and with Hike and Pike, I'm gonna use do the routine, play the drum. But for the first time, I'm going to use prestidigitation. And men, we're all going to get clean. We're going to I'm going to repair everyone's armor.
Hell yeah.
Like, it's just going to be I'm going to make sure to order some takeout, like some food and, a little bit of extra mead and alcohol, just something to get us loosey goosey before bed. And just really take care of Sprout and Hike and Pike and myself, just like a self-care thing, and then so my prayers to Pan before bed are particularly meaningful, because even though I know that the magic of song is its own separate kind of thing, to me, bardic magic comes from Pan. Jasper, even if it's not true, Jasper to my character is what Pan feels everyone should be like, right? My character considers bards to be holy, even if he knows that it's more of a dream, kind of arcane kind of energy. I'm an elf, right? There's that exchange between Pan and the Fae, and
a lot,
I know, and that's what's different from the day before.
Yeah.
I just wanted to let you know that, and of course, Rice know because.
So yeah, you do all of that very nicely, and after everything, when you basically go lights out and lie down, you didn't realize how exhausting yesterday was, how many things you did in one day, and how it just fully dawned on you, and you went conked out instantly as you hit the bed, essentially.
Yeah, I'm just going straight into my lucid dreaming state.
And
I gotta rest. It's not real sleep because I'm an elf, but I'm
and that's the thing. This isn't immediately, though. It feels like, yes, your body is getting the rest, but your mind is feeling less calm, almost. You feel after all of these nice things happened, you're feeling almost just your thoughts are feeling muddled, almost like they're all over the place. You're thinking about all kinds of stuff, oh, new companions. It made you think of old companions. You recall your conversation about Jade Hollow with Zelda, and you start remembering all of what you remember about Jade Hollow. And in your mind, you just hear the crackling of thunder and the heavy maelstrom like stormy rain from that one night. And you haven't thought of it in a while, yes, but you hear a voice that you haven't heard in probably decades now. And even the things the voice is saying are not things you remember as memories, because you remember you weren't here for this. You hear your father speaking. Well, not speaking, really. More so screaming out orders, essentially. And you hear... You hear a different voice yelling out probably another, it's all in Elvish, whatever you're hearing.
Yeah.
And you hear a voice yelling out, Chief Amaro, it's lost. We must go. We got them out. We cannot do more. And you hear Chief Amaro, your father, yelling out, the storm will break. I know it will. Kelpie commands it. This storm. And he's just praying. You see he's floating up on a tidal wave. next to like an island you vaguely recognize, and he is praying. And a bigger wave comes and like knocks him off. He has to like swim up and like clamber onto like the boats nearby. The other like people are like helping him up and being like, Chief, we must break for the woods. The only way we can do this is we need to get help from Queen Jacinthia. She will know what to do. And he's just like, you see him grabbing this one elven like boatman's like a collar. You fool! Do you know how many people are still in there? And like he's like yelling back, and just going, how can this happen? We were fine. Where could the relic have been taken? Who could have broken the idol? How is any of this possible? Such a storm. Kelpie would not allow such a thing to happen. And you hear another voice coming from the distance, echoing out this very calm, across this storm, cutting through this very calm, maternal voice, echoes out and just goes, You all must leave. Right now. There are not enough boats for all of us. And as you said, if Kelpie commands it, then the waves will guide us all home. Regardless, you are chief. Your duty is to the people before anything else. Go. There are still people within the hollow that can help. Find our son. I know he will help. And like there's no answer for a moment as the chief again screams out, No! Anna, no! And this big tidal wave erupts from all around the island, pushing outward as the woman again just goes, Leave. Almost as if she's casting a spell to do that to make them leave forcibly. And that's why like the memory begins to like fade. But then you hear that same voice whisper, but it's more haggard and drony as it just goes, You busy? What? What is happening? And you see a single, like, still image in your mind of a humanoid figure partially carved into the side of a mangrove tree. Somewhat subterranean mangrove tree coming out of what looks like a cave or something. And inside of that, like a little bit of light leaking. And you see this woman who does resemble your mother. However, pieces of like her skin are like greener and more leafy, almost like part of this tree itself. And you see the entire tree has pieces of like bark that are blackened and rotten. And you see there's a big crack jutting through the bottom of the tree into the base of the island. And you see at the base of the island there is a whirling maelstrom of just water and arcane energy that seems to be getting bigger every few seconds. And you see right underneath the tree and like that vortex, there is this black monolith like stone jutting out with cracks on it. As for a moment you see in your mind's eye itself, she looks at you and you see one of her eyes is pitch black and the other one is like beginning to like shed a single tear as the voice just echoes in your mind. You look at how you've grown. It's going to be okay. I will make sure this doesn't escape. Just remember, Our people are off the island, but the island has a sister. And the sister has this, almost as if like gesturing to the vortex. The islands are one and the same. Our people herald the breaking of storms. You will be safe. I will make sure. I just ask that you make sure the people don't pay for our mistakes. Okay? As your vision cuts off, and you obviously, like, for a moment, like, your eyes just like shake awake, and across the bed where your things are kept, your sword is resting by like a wall, and you see from just the base of the hilt where it meets the scabbard just a faint blue pulse of energy, just boom, boom, and it goes quiet again.
I very carefully get up out of the bed, moonlight silhouetting his bare torso, very carefully tiptoeing through the room as to not awaken his friends, and he just reaches over, takes the sword in his hand, and he talks to the sword in Elvish, very quiet. And he says, "There are no more people to save. But thank you." And he just like curls the sword in its scabbard, his hands, and he goes into bed. And he curls into a ball, holding the sword.
As you say there's no more people left to save, you hear another voice kind of just say, "Oh, dear child, there's always people to save, especially from the storms and the waves and the wind. Your ma did, your pa did, and I know you certainly can." And yeah, after which it's just quiet again. Like the sword again like fades to being like a normal sword, and it's just quiet. And I'll say, like, that would have woken up Sprout, but Sprout is in a very deep sleep themselves. I'll give you a second, Hector.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh no.
Uh,
Oh no.
and Sprout, you are having a very weird dream. You feel like you're floating. You look around, you just see endless white and blue and stars, and you're just floating through like just this infinite sea of magical light. And you look around, you see all kinds of things. There's like rocks floating around, random knickknacks floating around. You see what look like strange creatures that look a little scary, but they don't seem to mind you. They just seem to be floating by, like enormous, monstrous creatures that are just hanging out. And coming from almost like the other end, if the space would even have an end, from the other end of your vision, you hear just a groan and a voice saying, "You, who, who are you?" And in this moment, Sprout, you realize you can reply.
Oh, I can talk. Okay. Um, my question is, do I recognize the face of that person?
There is no face, it is just a voice.
Okay, it's just a voice. Sprout! Since it's just a voice, and do I recognize the voice? Wait. Okay, not
I will
really
say
either.
you can give me an insight or a history check.
Okay, I'm gonna go for which one is better? Insight, absolutely. 18.
18. You don't recognize the voice, but there is something weirdly familiar about it. Almost goes
Okay.
back to, like, you know, when you were like a sapling, probably.
Hmm.
It it's not a voice you even heard back then, but it's something almost innately like yours, like very much like, oh, this is kin, this is me. You feel a very like immediate, like that level of familiarity with the voice.
Okay, the Sprout is going to kind of wave in the little space. And they're going to just kind of be like, hello. I don't know how I got here, but I'm Sprout. They're just happy,
Is
like,
that your name?
yeah, I got it a long, long time ago.
I don't remember my name. I
Would
don't
you
even
like?
remember what I am, but I think I was old. I don't know how I'm here. I remember so little these days, and I'm always alone here. And I keep losing memories and feelings. You, though, you. I feel like I remember. I don't know why. I was hoping you could tell me if you know who I am.
Sprout looks a little bit guilty as he's trying to rack their little brain, kind of like, oh no, have I met this person before? What is this? He's going to, you know, he's like wiggling around a little bit as he's thinking. He's like, oh no, what they do? What they do? And they're going to dodge the question a little bit, and they're going to be like, would you like a name? We can get you a name.
I would like my name.
Um, do you have like a favorite flower, maybe? Or maybe we can name you like your favorite flower.
I like all flowers. I think I used to, at least, before I became what I am.
Do
I
you
don't know
know?
what I am.
Okay. Um,
I do
hmm.
know, or I do think I was more. What I am now is not all of me. I feel like I've lost myself, pieces of myself, in different places and different times.
Different
I
places and different. Maybe if we put them back together like a little puzzle, you can be like a whole person again, right? Like that's how it works. You just
don't
put it
know
together.
where my pieces are in that case.
No, but if you're going to keep coming in my dreams,
I
maybe
can,
we can.
if you wish me not, I can stop.
No, I don't mind. It's not like I'm actually fusing sleep, to be honest. I just kind of photosynthesize, but it's okay. I like sleeping. It's fun.
I feel like I've been sleeping for too long. And all my peace is gone. I'm just here in this place, formless, nameless, drifting across this endless place like just a whisking leaf on the wind.
Well, I don't think it's a bad thing because a leaf at some point was part of a tree. And it's important still because it helps. So maybe, we can find the tree you came from and then it's going to be okay.
And you hear like a slight change in tone, and the voice fully shifts into sounding younger as it just goes, I mean, that's not really a bad idea. If that's
Does
what
it
we want to
sound
do.
more familiar now? If
It
it's shifted a
sounds
little.
about the same familiar.
Okay.
Like, it's just like, well, that's not the worst call, really. I mean, if that's what we gotta do. I mean, you seem like you got a good head on your shoulders. I'm sure we can figure this out. If we do know each other, I guess it's good for both of us to remember who we are. Though I guess you already know who you are, huh?
Well, sort of, I guess. I'm still technically young in terms of whatever I am, but it's okay. I also would like to discover more about myself because I am new to this whole thing. I started traveling a little ago, so
Hmm. I like you. I think I wouldn't mind having you around, maybe helping me remember things every now and then. And as he says that, voice again shifts, and I will always appreciate the company.
well, company is great, and I like company, so you can tag along to my dreams. She's fine. So, would you actually like a name or not? Because I'm going to run out of flower ideas soon, and I don't think you like that.
I suppose you can call me what you wish until I remember who I am. If I remember who I am. I know I had friends, and I know I had enemies. And I keep thinking about these emotions I have left of pain, betrayal, and feeling happy that I could do something to help my friends. I feel like I'm this way because I was able to help someone. I feel like I was able to protect someone I cared about. I'm trying not to look at anyone.
I made the
uh,
mistake of looking and I'm trying not
I
to look.
looked up for a second. I'm like, nope.
Okay.
I don't know what became of me, but I don't regret doing what I did. But I, I still feel there's more I could have done in a different case.
Well, I used to have someone looking out for me, and I think that, if just because they helped at some point, it still helped a lot during the way because I learned from it, and then it grows. It's like putting a little seed in the ground and then it sprouts out. It rains sometimes, but it grows
And
in its
yeah,
own.
after that, again, the voice shifts. It's like, yeah, I mean, if you can find out who my friends are, that could be useful. If not that, then. I mean, I'm old. There might be something about me somewhere. Though I would like
Do
to.
you remember what your friends looked like?
I can't say I do. But
I'm trying not
please,
to look at the
let's talk more. If you learn anything, would you please tell me?
Absolutely. What can we talk about? Uh, I first need to give you a name. I'm going to name you Hazelnut because hazelnuts are tasty, and I just learned a recipe that has hazelnuts in them, and I think you will really like it. What can we talk about? Do you like plants? I like plants.
I do like plants quite a lot. Like all things that grow.
I can talk to fruits sometimes, but that depends on the time of day. Also, people think I'm weird because I tend to just kind of talk to plants, but it's okay.
I do not think you are weird.
I also don't think you're weird, even though you're the embodied spirit of whatever memory has shifted throughout there, but it's okay.
And as you say, it's okay. There's like a very like light just chuckle from the voice as it fades away, and you go back to sleep essentially. And by the time you wake up, there'll be this thing on the back of your hand. A new mark begins to appear. You see, it's kind of halfway done right now. It seems like slightly faded still. It's not fully like done. And you see at the back of your hand the shapings of a small oak leaf.
Oh. Can I use history on it or insight to learn a little bit about
That'll
what it
be
is?
a religion check, actually.
Religion, okay. Yeah, sure. Let's see if I can do this. I cannot do this. That's a 6.
You're
No.
like, ah, it's a leaf.
Oh! Wait, this one looks weird. It doesn't look like my other leaves.
And yeah, that marks the end of all of your long rest. A very normal night spent fall. And as you guys wake up on the next day, it is the 4th day of the 4th month. You get up in the morning, get your breakfast and everything. I will ask the players real quick. Do we need 2 minutes?
Hey, 10, what was that? What the fuck
I
was
am
that?
screaming
I don't-
inside.
Hey, if you are
How
making
dare you?
assumptions, I will not confirm nor deny any assumptions.
Obviously you won't, but you're not helping.
What if there was just a thing I wrote which was very shockingly similar, and the more I talked about it, it just kept happening?
I hate you. I hate you so much.
I'm having a great time. I don't know about y'all. Like,
I mean, having a great time, and also what?
what?
I
can't
think the
believe-
audience
I can't
is going to have a
believe-
great experience because this is just half an hour of backstory while you watch everyone else react in crazy ways.
Yeah.
Hey, that's called D&D, baby. That's downtime for you.
Oh,
Yeah, no. Great morning. Gonna have a good morning.
lovely.
All right.
Sprout is happy. Sprout doesn't have a care in the world. Sprout is like, I made a friend. His
I
name
made
is
a friend.
Hazelnut.
Also, in the morning, you guys see, well, the one you'd see, Ripper would probably come up to you at some point, like outside of the inn, because, but you just like come up and look out towards some of the woods and like just try to like signal something to make you understand, essentially.
I think if that is the case, I think I would sort of like tell him to wait, and I would like to spend 10 minutes to ritually cast Speak with Animals so he can just tell
Sure.
me.
Yeah.
He wants to
do
go on a
that.
walk.
No, well, close, but you see, he just looks at you when he understands that you can understand him. He just goes, "This place is new. I want to go prowl and learn what's in the woods. I want to hunt. I will
Don't
be
go on
back
your own.
soon."
No, don't go on your own. It's dangerous. There's bad people out there. I can come with.
Oh, I will go hunt, and I will bring something back for both of us.
Well, I don't like the idea. I mean, in the end, you can do what you want, but I don't like the idea of you going alone. There's bad people out here.
I am a predator I can be careful, and I can stalk.
Well, how long do you need?
I will be back soon.
Okay,
You do
well,
understand, like, the wolf doesn't have a great concept of time, really.
Yeah.
Uh,
Okay, then don't go too far.
and you see, he looks at you like, right, I'll be back. And you see,
wait. Before, if I am I there, or like, are we there, or is this only with?
if
Are
you
you
want to
guys
be
in a
there, that's fine.
Side
Yeah.
alley or?
I think
So-
we're just out. I think we just walked outside.
I'm just gonna call out to Divana and be like, do you want to like, and then reach into Sapphire reaches into her pocket, pulls out like a scarf, and is like, do you want to like tie this around Ripper's foot, or like somewhere, so that people know that this is a friend?
Well, I'd have to ask him. And they sort of
Yeah,
like,
of course.
she sort of like, yeah, they hold up this scarf to like, go,
Yeah.
can I?
He just like lowers his head, like allowing
Yeah,
you.
we'll tie it around like his neck, but like loosely, so it's not like constricting or anything.
Yeah.
Well, and what color is the scarf?
It's a silvery red-ish scarf.
Okay, so it's like it matches the fur somewhat.
Yeah.
Otherwise, it'd be standing out,
Yeah.
obviously.
Yeah, you put that on, like, and then he like takes off, and the rest of you, as you like get ready and everything, what is the plan? As you've all like reconvened again.
First, well, not a plan, but Divana would have spent some time praying first, and yeah, worked on that.
So Sprout, I just want to know about, like, does Sprout walk? Do they have like is it like a little plant that has like a pot that just bounces?
No, doesn't have a pod. Sprout has little tiny legs. It's like the body is made out of a plant that's shaped together like a person. So it's a tiny person.
Okay.
I think, yeah, like the best way to put it would be they have like legs made out of leaves.
Oh, okay, cool. Okay. I think Sapphire is gonna try to make friends with Sprout. Just, I feel like you and I haven't had a chance to talk. I know you prefer to communicate with writing, which is, I think, is really cool. Do you want to get some food, or do you want to sit out in the sun? I'm assuming you prefer the sun, so.
Sprout is going to like kind of think about it, and they're going to take out their little notebook and they're going to draw with crayons on it again. They're all colored as well. And you can be like, just give me 5 minutes, I'm photosynthesizing. And he's just sprawling on the grass, like doing photosynthesis. He gives it a little thumbs up. But
Yeah.
once they're done with that, he will want to grab food.
Okay, cool. So I think
sure.
Sapphire is just gonna sit with Sprout in the sun, just soaking in the sunlight, and just thinking about what happened over the past night, and just sipping some coffee. I think that's how Sapphire is gonna try to bond with Sprout. Yeah.
I think in a similar fashion, eventually Divana would go to Yabishi and would also, because they clock that Yabishi also worships a nature deity.
Yeah.
But Divana comes from it worships Rose, but was at a temple that worshipped Pan, if I remember correctly, right? Was it not?
It was a temple of Udot, which also had like other things.
Other big,
Yeah.
So then it would know what me. Yeah, like they would at one point. I mean, I even you can correct me if it's not, but I would even like argue that maybe they're like praying into the same area. Maybe it's like a green patch somewhere.
Yeah.
I think they would just come up like, "Are you feeling okay today? You were hurt a couple times yesterday."
Oh, well, not really.
No.
I had a really intense dream last night.
Both.
I don't know if it was real or not. I don't know if it was sent to me by Pan or.
Do you want to talk about it?
Actually, yes. Yes, and I think you might be one of the few people in the group, well, other than Sprout, as a spiritual person that might understand. One of the reasons why I got so sharp yesterday with the man we rescued was I am the last member of the Leaf Dancer tribe.
Oh,
My
sorry.
people, there used to be, in the time before the Onrush, Jade Mangrove on the coast west. And he's like closes his eyes and he's like visualizing the maps that he has read. West of Jade Hollow proper. They're all gone. The archipelago islands off the coast are. I left the Jade Mangrove when I was very young. Even younger than elves should be leaving their home. And the Onrush happened. And everyone talks about everything that happened in the north and how awful it was, but they don't talk about. I mean, they do. But the books that people write, stories they tell. I had a vision of my mother.
You see Devana sort of like eyes wide, but like, oh, the.
She told me that our island home has a second. I saw a maelstrom, a black storm in the heart of the island, a great pillar or relic on top of it, a monolith. And like as he says that, I'm going to use the storytelling aspect of our conversation as my focus for presentation. As with my hands, you just start seeing like leaves come up and maybe like pan flute music starts playing, and you see the leaves turn into like a small like image of the monolith, a little illusion of what I saw, and then you could see like this where it's not perfect, it's like almost kind of like transparent, you know, like floating there in miniature. And so that Devana can see what I saw in the vision. Words fail me, Pan guide her. And then I create the image. There's a sister island that I'm on pilgrimage trying to find. It's personal, because my people, and then dismisses the illusion. People didn't originally come, my people came from somewhere else, another island. And eventually, because of the kindness of two elvish sailors from Jade Hollow, decided to immigrate. I don't know, the old stories are always vague on that one. But I still have, that's the sword I have is Stormbreaker. It's not actually made by my people, it's actually made by the ancient smiths of Jade Hollow. But it was given to us as a gift. It glowed last night. For the first time in my entire life. The magic of it is supposed to be just the memory. You know?
I mean, it sounds a bit. Strange things have happened to me too. Not last night, the night before. I hurt my mother too. I didn't even know she was alive.
I
And
thought she was dead.
same.
Mine. And then just. Do you think it's really them? Or do you think it's the gods just using their voices so we'll listen?
I don't think that'd be that cool.
Nature can be cruel. We both know that.
Yeah, but
You don't serve the gods of nature's cruelty. You serve the gods of its joy and its kindness. But, Wolverines kill for pleasure. And they are a part of nature. And storms, hurricanes, my people. And then he just says in Elvish that phrase, we are the people that, does it herald the storm or watch the storm or at the break of the storm?
Ivana knows Elfish, so.
Yeah. Like, we're the
We are-
people that'll break through the storm, yeah.
We are the people that break through the storm. And he switches back to common, and that's what she said. But you're right.
I think I don't know what's happening. I think maybe there's something about this place. I don't know. I had similar and they'll show like the necklace that they have, and like there's writing on it now. It wasn't there before.
Oh,
Your sword, my necklace. I don't know what any of it means, but
that's a good question. I pull out like the scabbard and just sort of, is there any new writing, or is it just the same ancient writing? Because I did clean it last night, so there should be no rust or blood or anything on it.
It's not even that you cleaned it. It seems whatever little interaction you had last night, you didn't like properly unsheath and like look at the blade properly for a bit, but the like bladed edge itself has just new words on it. These are the words of Kelpie, the goddess of the ocean,
Oh, okay.
and Talos, the god of storms. And
wait, was Talos the one that Cry spoke to, or was that a different one?
you didn't speak to Talos. No.
Oh, that was someone else. Okay.
Yeah. But yeah, you can look at that and you see it's less about the blade, more about what the blade is. Uh, that long ago. Yeah. From the like writings themselves, it basically talks about a gift from Kelpie and Talos to the warrior defenders of Eluvarda. That is, I'll put that in chat. To the warrior defenders of Eluvarda who chose to guard the dark storm. Who chose to guard the dark storm away from Trency.
All right, who chose to away the dark? Who chose to drive away? Oh god, I might have to rewatch the stream.
No,
that's what I did last time.
Yeah.
And what's strange to you upon reading those writings is like the stories you've been told don't make sense then, because warrior defender sounds a lot like a warrior clan. And a warrior clan would be Leaf Dancer. And then your mind goes to perhaps what you heard your mother say in the dream. This island has a sister. serving the same purpose. And
This sword. Is it just from... No. I think this might be from... There's more to the blade than I thought. Anna. Gift from Kelpie and Talos to the warrior defenders of Lavarda. Normally warrior defenders were my clan. I'm the last one, but I think this is a sign. This is a sign that my pilgrimage is right. I'm not the last one. And he just sort of looks up at Devana, like, incredibly hopefully, earnestly.
Yeah, they'll put like a hand on like your arm, like, well, it's good. It's good news.
Yes.
I'm glad. And maybe we can help each other figure this out, because
Oh, I think so too. What does the writing say? Is it, what language? Do you know what language it is? Like,
what, on your or mine?
no, on yours.
Oh,
Let me help you.
Oh, it's celestial. It says oh. That's good.
I have no
I got
Seal of the sun.
Yeah, it says,
Halves must be made whole.
yeah, and then in gold.
In gold.
Yeah, so I don't know what it means, but the voice I heard before, even before I knew it was potentially my mother, said that something's close and that something's coming. I don't know what, but it sounded bad. And I'm only wearing this necklace because my parents told me to years ago. I've not seen them since I was a young child. Me and my sister, they woke us up in the middle of the night, my parents, and they told us that we had to leave. And they didn't explain why. They just gave us these necklaces, told us not to take them off no matter what, put us on a cart and sent us off, and they said they would come get us, but they never did. Ended up at a temple. That's where we grew up. I always thought my parents, well, I had hope for a long while. My sister gave up hope earlier than me, but after a while, it just, but
Siblings can be like that.
yeah, she's always been more of a realist, I suppose, but she's been adventurous for a while, but I've not heard from her in months. Usually we correspond by letters, and I've been having some bad dreams, and sometimes she appears in it, and I can't get a hold of her. That's why I'm here traveling. I'm trying to find her. And then
I was looking for a map to find this island that apparently turns out to be more important than I thought. So you believe your sister's here?
No, she was last, I think, in Neverwinter. That's the last correspondence I had, and the only reason I'm taking this job is because I need money to travel.
Right, no, of course.
I've not found her so far, and I don't know what's happening. And then I heard the voice that sounded like my mother, and I don't know what to make of it. So weird. I honestly, it took me a while to clock it because I'd almost forgotten what she sounded like.
Oh. The vision I saw of my parents and what happened, it was apocalyptic. It was awful. But at the same time, I think I have some closure now. Even if it left me with more questions,
Yeah, oh, that makes sense.
Visions for having you're so powerful. Something big is happening here?
I don't like it. I don't get it, and I don't like it, but Jasper said just one foot in front of the other. And I guess that's all I can do.
Oh. Thank you for hearing me.
Of course.
People judge me because I'm religious, and I don't even follow a God that tells people what to do. You know, my God tells people to do what they like so long as they don't hurt people. And even then...
Yeah, no, I get that. I understand. And honestly, anytime you want to talk, I'm all ears.
Let's catch up with the others. Let's figure out... We gotta confront this game. We can't let them harm these people anymore. You ready? And I extend a hand.
Yeah, they'll take it.
Yeah. And then we walk back in.
Yeah.
To meet with everyone else.
You'd also see, like now people are also up and about town. They're doing things, and there seems to be a lot of hubbub about different stuff happening all over town. It's like the day's just getting started. I'm assuming everyone kind of regroups and starts moving.
Yeah, and that round corner table at the inn, or so direct, looking at everyone at the table individually down.
I think Sprout mentioned something about someone watching us. Did you see where they went?
Yeah, can you show us where they went, Sprout?
Sprout is going to take their little papers, smack it on the table, bam! Takes out his crayons, begins to doodle again.
It's the heist plan.
He's trying to make a little map, so he has to write on it where everything is. He wrote the B for the bar the other way around than it should be because it's better writing, but like a little toddler writing sort of thing. Then he made a little treasure map. It has the dotted line and the X and everything, and he shows it proudly ah.
Okay, for humor. So I have a background because I have Outlander, which makes me really good at reading maps. So I kind of like the idea that we've been traveling for so long together. I'm actually able to read these childish maps.
Yeah.
And I just look at it that makes sense. It doesn't.
Everybody what the hell is this? And Sprout is just happily showing it to him. He's I got
I will
the last time, look!
Yeah,
I will say
this
is coming off of a crit, so it does make enough sense that you guys can be yeah, okay, that checks out. Especially because I'm assuming the Devara, you would also recall this. It's the same direction you saw them running.
Yeah. I think, they know.
It's just gonna tell Sprout in Sylvan. That's an excellent drawing.
Sprout looks like you just put the sky in his palms. He's happy. He's absolutely really that. Really, you think that about my drawing? He's bouncing a little bit.
Sapphire, what do you think?
So you mentioned something yesterday about going to the town hall first. I just wanted to know why. What the reasoning for that was. Why do we need to go to the town hall first? Could we just go to the castle directly? What was the... I don't remember exactly what...
I didn't know. Because they were holding the, town elder hostage, remember?
No, they aren't holding him hostage.
Not hostage, they're, intimidating him.
Yeah, essentially, he just doesn't do anything about the bandits.
I thought that was going to be the first stop to figure out where they were, but now we know where they are.
Yeah, you kind of learned that with the Nat 20. So.
I say we just go straight there.
Okay, yeah, that works. Also, DM, have we seen any of the red brand just wandering around the town or no?
Uh,
In the last couple of days.
The only times has been when Devana and Sprout have like spotted them.
Okay.
Other times, like it's one of those things like you would know if you ran into them. They would make sure you know, kind of a thing.
Mhm.
Like they
Okay,
would
yeah.
pick a fight most likely and all of that.
Okay, that works. Yeah, I think direct approach is what we do then. I don't think the whole pit two people against each other is funny, but in hindsight it might not work, or it might just make
cause a tiny war in the town.
Yeah, exactly, and it might just cause two different parties mad at us, and I don't think we can deal with that just yet. So,
You're having a party?
No, party
not
as
that
in
kind
group,
of party,
my
unfortunately.
Ah,
Common's
Alright.
weird, and then in Sylvan I say like band of people or group of people. For some reason, in Common they call it party, even though like their word for celebration and group apparently is the same. I don't
just
understand
nod.
the Common tongue. It's just like a bunch of things thrown together.
I just say like, just like life.
Absolutely.
Okay, so
Alright.
do we take a vote? I think we should take a vote. I think we should set a precedent that we all take a vote for important decisions. And if it's more than 50% who say yes, we do it. I think if we're going to stick around, I think that's a good way to get consensus. And so that is not just one person making decisions, even though I'm the one talking right now, but you know what I mean.
Yeah, I agree. I second that. Let's vote. Direct action.
Yep, Sapphire's going to raise her hand.
Estrogen will also raise her hand.
So that's 4 people?
Ivana doesn't know. They're just sort of sat there like one day they're like, oh, we're gonna vote. They're like, I don't know. They're gonna be like, I'll let you guys decide this one. I don't really know.
Also, I think we lost
Sprout
Mike.
is going to try and raise her
Jasper was
hand.
sounding like a robot.
I don't hear Jasper.
No, I don't hear. I don't see or hear Mike.
Yeah.
They were a robot for 2 seconds. And
Yeah, I think the
see
DC'd. Yeah.
Oh no. We have to know what the bard's opinion is.
But I will say, you guys do have the majority for direct, I think, regardless. So, you do start heading in that direction. Now, Steve, are we okay to do one more scene before?
Yeah.
Our time thing? Yeah.
Yeah, I think she's just going to hop in when she's free, so
Okay, we can do one more thing.
Yeah.
Oh, is he back? I see a video thing loading. Oh, there he is.
Come on. Yay!
It's still there we go. Is it working?
Is it working?
Very pixelated so far.
And it's a still image so far.
I can see.
Moved a little bit, but then it's stilled again.
Oh, why internet connection?
Why?
You can always try Meshcast for that.
Oh.
Wait, there we are. There you are. I can hear you. 2 seconds. There was movement. I mean, I guess it's great that I took a level of bard, but I want our bard.
Oh.
I feel like we keep getting hope. Oh, wait, see? Now it's like slow motion.
Thinking man.
The thinking man.
And Steve, unless you add a Meshcast to the link for Mike, that might help.
Oh, what? Sorry?
I don't know how exactly it works. There's a thing called like ampersand Meshcast, and it essentially puts Mike on a video server that is, I think, helps the internet connection sometimes. I don't know exactly how it works. I've seen people do it.
Okay, let me try. I don't know how to do
maybe
that.
maybe for next time. I don't know, but
okay. I'm gonna give it another 5 seconds, and
yeah. 1 Mississippi. 2 Mississippi.
Yeah. Okay. Oh, all right.
See, I can hear you echoing, Mike, for like 2 seconds. It wouldn't be a stream without
Of course.
technical difficulties.
All right. So you guys start heading in that direction. My question is, are you like just actually wait, yeah, you've already told me that. Like that was the whole diplomacy thing you did right now. Yeah. You guys make your way down the street and you see all around you most of the houses and other buildings here are just empty at this point. Like
Okay.
there are a couple of places that are like relatively occupied. You go by another abandoned pub, it looks like, called the Sleeping Giant Tap House, which, if you recall, Barton had been like, oh, that's where those red brands hang around a lot of times. You see it's empty. And you make your way up to like the outskirts almost of like the town. Like there's the furthest out building, really. And you see this like little green hill overgrown with like, vines, briars, couple trees here or there. Like it's very clearly like untended to, right? And you start making your way up the hill and you see like to the south end of it, like going down, there's like a little like tree line like right beneath Fandolin. Essentially you see around you get a pretty decent view of like the city, of the town itself. And you get closer to this house, you see it is a like two-story, very like nice looking little manor that clearly has seen far better days. You see vines grown all over its walls. It seems to have some kind of like a iron grated fence, but it's like rusted, broken over, and again overgrown with briars and stuff. A patchy, what would have been like a porch garden. And most of the windows are like boarded up or broken, stuff like that. Place is in a pretty bad like condition. And you walk into the house and it is dusty and abandoned. Just as you enter into like the foyer, you look around, uh like old, slightly like just caked in dust, like just wood floor, a creaky little staircase in front of you that goes up to like a second story. To your left there is a set of double doors that are currently like sprawled open, and there are abandoned looking like couches and like a broken table in front of like cobwebbed like mantelpiece and fireplace. uh Further in, you see there seems to be more rooms, but a few of them have almost like caved in, like the old building kind of broke in on itself in places. uh Upstairs, like you can see from like the landing, there is like a corridor to the left and a corridor to the right going. There seems to be many doors along those lines. There seems to be quite a few rooms in this place. Above you, another cobweb dusty like chandelier that is fully unlit. And to your right, you see there is a kitchen with no like food stores or anything. It's like fully like empty at this point, just very, very dusty. Couple of barrels of like slightly more rotten food stuff is still around. Uh, and yeah, you're just in the landing. What would you like to do?
I'm gonna just like quietly, elvish style, scout around. And just sort of tell Hike and Pike to keep an eye out on the outside and warn us if anybody comes in. That way
See,
we
they
have like
nodded
sentries
to each other.
coming
Yeah.
in. They're just like, find a hiding place. You got your new bows. Like, let us know if anything comes.
Yeah, you see, they like go out and like in the like thicket and bushes and stuff. They just kind of like set up and keep an eye out. Yeah,
That way we have an early warning system in case anybody comes back.
for
And then
sure.
I'm just gonna do the sneak elf thing and like look around and then investigate.
Yeah.
Uh,
Roll me an investigate.
I was gonna, before that, I was going to just gently touch Yabishi's arm and just as a sort of
Guidance.
like guided, but it was like as like a sort of like give like a nod of like good luck, and we'll cast guidance. So you will smell roses, and then yeah.
Nice. Investigation. I'm not very good at it, but that's okay. Why isn't it rolling?
Also, while this is happening, I'm gonna look around, just look up, and then look up at this, just at the ceiling in the sky, whatever, and just be like,
Yeah.
I'm gonna do my best to try to do some good, and I'm gonna touch my chest, and Sapphire's gonna cast Mage Armor.
All right.
All right.
Good call.
That's a good
Fucking
point. That's a good point. I will have my shield. When I'm out, I have my shield. Because Savannah's, after all those attacks, Savannah's scared.
Dirty
Oh,
20 plus guidance adds how much? A D4?
Yeah.
Yep.
I also have spell slots, sorcery points. Finally, holy shit!
22.
All right. 22 is very good. You see two things. It seems the place is dusty enough that you can tell, like, people aren't really going through this area really. But you do see in the kitchen the barrels that you saw of rotten food stuff. You're like, that doesn't make sense considering how old this place looks. Even rotten food shouldn't be here at this point. And you see the barrels are the only things that aren't like caked in dust. There's just like little bits of it. And it's almost like someone put those barrels where they are for a reason. That's one thing you notice. The
Mhm.
second thing you notice is the staircase looks fully abandoned. Like no one seems to have used it in whoever knows how long. Your eye catches from the corner of the landing, the left corridor, the one of the doors, like you're kind of like, you know how like you are like peeking over a wall, you see like the corner of a door.
Mhm.
You see like a corner of what looks like probably like a big fancy door and a slight glow coming from it. So those are two things.
I like point at the glow. That like I gather everyone. I'm like, also, those barrels should not be there. So I'm gonna walk over and wave over some help and slowly move the barrels to see if there's like a hidden doorway or trap door underground.
Just as you say that, like you move the barrels over, there is a trap door right there.
Can I also, at the glowing thing, can I make an Arcana check or something?
Yes, you can.
Natural 20 for a 21.
Why do I make things when they just
What
like,
is that? That's like the
This
third.
is my first natural 20 of this game, though.
That's like the third or fourth for this session. Holy
Yeah.
shit!
Yeah, this session has been a bit heavy
Last
on
session
that.
you crit a lot too.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not getting.
On a natural, I'm assuming you get like a little closer up the stairs to kind of peek, and you see there's a lot of doors around. On a natural 20, you see there seems to be, a slightly open door that seems to lead into a study and a library in this manner. There seems to be a couple doors that seem to go to like side guest bedrooms and stuff like that. One of the doorways to your right is closed and slightly like caved in, but there's like dried blood on the door and like ancient dried blood on the door. The glow that you saw, wow. uh, the glow that you saw, it was very faint and momentary, but then when you focus on it, you get closer and there's like a hum you almost hear like at the back of your ear. And as your hand gets closer, you stop and almost a millimeter off the door, just like placing your finger there, a bunch of magical circles appear on a set of double doors.
Magical circles?
Yeah, like these like concentric circular runes, essentially, like just circles of like letters and like different like circles.
Is it like in
And
a language at all?
so you would recognize a few things. There are parts of it that are in celestial, parts of it in abyssal, parts of it in primordial, and parts of it in infernal.
I wouldn't know what the other. I know Celestial. The other ones, I wouldn't know what language they are. I just know that I can't read them.
Yeah.
But I would. What does the Celestial bit say?
Just random words like stone, black, sky.
Mm.
That's like the outer circle. After that, you start making out a couple other words, which are uh, star, cycle, story, and on a natural 20, because that's how these things work. You have to honor the fucking crit. Uh, even though you don't know the other languages, you like look at this and for a moment just have this thought to like place your hand on one of the things almost instinctively. And as you do so, you also remember the way the circles are like lettered is very similar to even how, like, for example, your medallion is lettered at its like circular edges. And you kind of press on it instinctively, and you see the entire circle begins to like rotate and shift.
Oh.
And you do the same on the second one, and it again begins to rotate and shift. And as these letters begin to line up, you hear like a zapping sound almost from all of these like runes beginning to like light up, and just a voice that goes, and the cycle begins again. As the runes light up and dissipate as the two doors swing open, and you see what looks like a beautiful master bedroom. At least it was in its time. The windows are barred, the drapes are all torn up and
Wait,
gone.
wait, 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 wait. The voice. What the voice do I recognize it? Like, is it the same from the dream or is it not?
It is not the same.
Okay, that's what I
Yeah.
wanted to check because it was like the same accent. Thank
I
you.
know.
I think the van like would have like the push and like everyone's moving and they just stop back and just
Yeah.
like look at it like, oh shit, what have I done? And then the door is like open. And when you said like it's a bedroom.
Yeah, it's like a master bedroom. You see, there's like a little cupboard on the side, which seems to be like cleanly kept still somehow. There seems to be a like dusty old desk with like random like bits of paper and whatnot, couple drawers. The bed itself looks like, it's like a little like caved in from like time essentially. And in the bed, you see there is a skeleton lying there.
Oh, yeah.
Oof.
I think the van sort of opens the doors and looks around, sees the gun, and he's like, just sort of looks at it, like, there's just
I
points.
just kind of peeks from like behind the legs like this because it's easier to like do this. And then it's like, oh, and then peeks back like I don't want to see that.
Yeah.
And yeah, as you see the skeleton, and at the almost like simultaneously, like you find like a trapdoor, and like as you like pull the trapdoor, you see like this like little staircase going down into like a cellar of sorts. And as you both like find these two avenues, I will say we end our session there.
Ooh.
Ooh.
But yeah.
That was a lot this session.
That was the lot.
Yes.
It was a lot, but it was good.
So
It
much.
was
It was
good
really
fun.
good.
Hope you all had fun.
Yay!
Hope people watching had fun.
Fun and trauma.
Fun and trauma is the brand here. Come on.
I can't believe Tan just a new hand touches the beacon does.
Excuse me?
I have no idea what that means.
No,
I have no idea what that means.
it's from Skyrim.
Oh!
I haven't played Skyrim.
The only thing I thought of when Tim said, I'm like, oh shit, am I gonna be cursed or something? Like, that's what I was thinking.
So, if you roll low,
Oh no! Well, unfortunately,
Well.
Okay, I'm
There
gonna.
was a natural 20. We're good.
Yeah.
but
Okay. All right.
yeah, hope everyone had fun.
We are going to be off next week. Next week we continue our masks playthrough, and the week after that, on the 30th, is when we come back. For session 4.
Hell
Yes.
yes.
All right.
We're finally getting to like a big divergence point for like more homebrew stuff to start streaming in, which I'm assuming you guys have gathered after the launch.
Yes.
But yes.
Cool. All right.
What's like I was just gonna say we can once again go around the table and see who our lovely players have been and what they do and where we can find them. But yeah, starting us again, Anna.
Hi, I'm Anna O'Reilly, whichever one you prefer. I use it in pronouns, and I'm definitely human. You can find me literally anywhere at Peculiar Planets. I'm on pretty much every social media. As for other games, on Thursdays I play Vampire the Masquerade over at the Mrs. Ventures League at 8 p.m. Central European Time, which is always very fun. And tying into that, I'm not playing in it, but tomorrow at 3 p.m. to the European Time, also over at the Misadventures League, we're starting a game of Changeling the Dreaming, which ties into our Vampire the Masquerade campaign. Like I said, I'm not playing in it, but I'm really excited to see what the fantastic cast we have is going to do. And yes, during yesterday's Vampire episode, we may or may not have a little tie-in to Changeling, as in our vampires learned that the dreaming exists, and we're like, huh, interesting. But yeah, that's it. That's it for me. I had a lot of fun today.
Yeah. I'm glad. Next up has been Hector Yabisi.
Hi, I'm Hector, known as Keiji Okami all over the internet. You can find me at Keiji Okami on Twitter, Instagram, and various other platforms. I'm here for Chaos Fridays. This is like my regular game. Next month in September, keep an eye out. I'm gonna be running several different games. The Rose Court, which is our big West Marches Thirsty Sword Lesbians project, that we're working on. Right now we're still in pre-production. But it's gonna be an amazing, charity event on the charity actual play event, on the House of Dreams, Twitch channel. And many people here are also going to be in it or are helping, make it happen. And for that, I'm very, very grateful. And otherwise, that's it for me.
All right. Next we shall do Cease.
Hi, I am Astis. My pronouns are she, her. I have no face right now. And you can find me at most places at Lesbianing, that's Lesbian Yearning. And I have machinations that you will find out about sooner or later.
Machinations indeed. And next up, Rice.
Hello, I'm Ricecakes. You can find me on the internet at a very hard name to pronounce, which is the original Ores. And you can find my art on X or Twitter, whichever you want to call it, where when I post it, I raise from my grave. I'm hoping to soon open my commissions again, and there are also some projects coming this autumn when I'm going to get to stream more and play more games. So let's go!
Let's go. And I have been your Dungeon Master, Dan Fighter. You can find me TanFighter117 on Instagram.
Oh wait,
Twitter.
don't forget our host.
Oh, I was saving host for last always.
Oh, okay.
I make sure I do Steve at the end because hey, don't quote that out of context. Anyway, but
I was
yes.
literally just want to point that out.
No. Let me do my outro. It's fine. You can find me at TanFighter117 on Twitter, Instagram. I do voice acting and different actual play stuff. So if you need any of that kind of work done, you know who to hit up. And last but not least, we have our host, Steve.
Hello, hi, I'm Steve. Before I talk about myself, Mike was here. He's fantastic, does a lot of cool stuff, and suffering from tech issues like a lot of us do, because of course, fuck, like the internet is a great place, but also fuck the internet sometimes. Anyway, I am doing a bunch of cool shit. In about 4 hours, I'm going to be live over on Record of Realms. No, wait, shit, that's the wrong channel. I'm going to be live over on Wanderer's Haven. That's the channel at 5 a.m. my time. I hope I'm awake for it. Playing a Dragonborn fighter in Daggerheart system. So that's warrior, actually, not fighter. That's happening tomorrow. We're back with Oops All Bards episode 4, which, by the way, the first episode of Oops All Bards on YouTube did 200 views, which is fucking incredible. I'm so proud. So go show that some love if you can. And Sunday is episode 2 of Bludgeon, which is really cool. Funny story with that. I went through the entire session of the first episode with my mic muted on stream, so nobody could hear any of my shit. So that was very exciting. But anyway, I don't know how we were going to put that up on YouTube, but we'll figure it out. Anyway, if only subtitles worked for me, right? Anyway, I'm going to go. We're all going to go. This has been fantastic. You are all incredible. I had so much fun with episode 3. Can't wait for episode 2 in 2 weeks. And till then, see you next time.